Hey, do I see people over there in yon chat land? Oh, the sass. Well, good evening, everyone. Oh, and the name's Red again. I can't speak English. But, yes, hello, good evening, hi, I exist, and I'm just going to pop into the appropriate voice channels. In case people care to join me, they may not. Bill O'Dwyer, that's a name I don't recognize, unless I do and I've just forgotten. I don't know, sometimes I'm a damned fool. So, how are y'all doing this evening? So, in the previous stream... Hello, Blackwell. I went around, did a few things... Well, we went through a complete 3-day cycle in Majora's Mask, and then I went back, rewatched the stream, and took some notes. Oh, in that case, welcome, and thank you for spending some time with me, Bill. Hi. I don't know how to deal with people, but I appreciate your presence. Grandpapa was an old bassoon. Yeah, so I took some notes from the last stream, just so I know, like, obviously, I haven't noted down anything that I don't know, because that wouldn't make sense, but I noted down some important stuff, like where I found keys before, and in case I accidentally get a downgraded wallet or quiver, I know where to go to get the re-upgraded version. What? 2019? Part of me would like to see Maruv get a fair shot at representing Ukraine, but obviously that has complications attached to it. Well, let's see. I feel like one of the, like, stock right answers is Lily Among Clouds, or possibly also Ali Ryan. Basically, Germany had some good ones. Yeah, Dolly style, yas. Honestly, like, Oh. Yay. Emeralds, with an I. But, yes, I like Dolly Style's music unironically. And everyone suddenly unsubscribes now, but they're not terrible. What about Hungary? Well, basically a lot of, like, Fatal Error, Gerga Ola, Kelly Saunders, because he's just good, and, Petrushka, but with a song that's not plagiarized, and oh my sisness, and Leander Kills. But who kills Leander? Hello.
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 Hello, Graham Norton.
Gerga Ola, or as I used to call him, Gurgy Wurgy Uh-oh.
Gurgy Wurgy, uh-oh. Was he a Teletubby?
Uh-oh.
It's me! Linda Woodruff for Sweden. Like, make it happen somehow.
Somehow. Okay, so, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I've started anyway.
That's okay, I have no idea what I'm doing most days in life.
Why is everything a mood? Okay, so a couple of things that I know I can do. If I go enough into Snowhead Temple, I can at least get something, and I don't remember what. But, oh wait, yeah, okay, I need to get the Moon's Tear, so I can get... Okay, so, the thing with Majora's Mask is, Oh, well, thank you even harder, Bill. I truly do appreciate the support. Okay, so the thing with Majora's Mask is there's a lot of items that end up randomized that you need to re-get on subsequent, like, runs through. And one of those things is, like, if I get the Moon's Tear, then I could trade that for what should be the land title deed, but the land title deed's been replaced with the letter to Cafe, and so I need to get the Cafe, and, well, I'm glad that I have people here who are enthusiastic about things, and truly very much hello, welcome, yes, hi, I am, like, I get like this whenever someone new turns up. Like, I want people to know that y'all are special to me because y'all are out here being like, hey, Tess, the stuff you do is valid and we enjoy watching it. And I'm like, oh, you guys! So, I hope it doesn't come across as, like, conceited or insincere or whatever, because very sincerely, I like, y'all make what I do be valid. So how is everyone doing this evening? Anything else that y'all want me to talk about while I'm making the climb? Because, like, we're gonna need to come back to Snowhead Temple at some point. The only reason why I'm even here in the first place is to sort of take the long way around to get to one really inconvenient chest. Just to grab. We just need to grab. But the thing is, one thing that did occur to me when rewatching the previous stream is there somewhere in this temple that I can use the hookshot on to get higher up without the fire arrows? Sport! Because the joke being that, like, I think yesterday there was, like, half drama on the TessHex Discord server pertaining to sport, but we've moved past it now. We had a friendly discussion. See, that's one thing. Even when we disagree on Discord, like, we're still... We're still civil. I like that. I like that my fandom is one of the most polite. My fandom is the greatest fandom in the history of fandoms. The fandom of the opera. Whee! I fell like a French tower. The Eiffel Tower. Also, in case it wasn't, like, obvious, I think Laura's taken, like, a phone call or something, because I heard some vibrations and then she disappeared. Also, like, how is the stream looking? Because YouTube keeps screaming at me that, you're in the red, and OBS is like, nah, you're cool, fam. So, let me know. Am I cool, fam? Am I Diggy Fresh? Am I a cool boy, B-O-I? Sadness. Sadness Everdeen. So... I would say y'all might have noticed, but this is a video that I haven't. 240p, that's illegal. Like, I would say y'all might have noticed, but I haven't uploaded the video yet because I recorded it today. I've recorded the next part of my Eurovision Top 41, and in the shelf behind, yes, in the shelf, on the shelf behind that video, you can kind of see I got a whole load of DVDs, like, in the past week, and my mother can attest to that. Like, we went to a charity shop, and they had, like, 4 DVDs for £1 off. I found 2 that I wanted, and then we sort of had to go on a journey to find more. So, that one will. So yes, Moon's here. In case you haven't noticed, because the graphics plugin I'm using, all the colours are slightly off, so everything looks a bit funky. Red rupees definitely aren't red. Blue rupees are an interesting shade of blue. Gems are strange blue. We definitely can't hookshot anywhere higher up, so... we'll head back into the town, the Lamb. Now, Bill, now that's a person I can get behind. See, this was like the crux of the discussion we were having on Discord yesterday, just... I don't see the point of watching sport, because, like... I don't get it. I don't derive pleasure from it, but other people do. And I won't begrudge them that. Also, I was just about to hesitate, because I remembered that there's 2 grottos we can get to now in the Snowhead area. But they both require bombs, and I have the capacity to carry bombs now, which I couldn't before. But I don't have any bombs on my person. So, that was a good noise. Tasted nice as well. So yes, we had good dinner this evening. It's just my mother and I, because the father's coming home from a business trip, and he'll be home late, so... we had different dinner from usual, and mine was a kind of curry that keeps making me think of, I think her name's Jamila Jamil, the actress, because, like, the name just has, like, a similar cadence to it. Hello, blah, blah, blah. The Eurovision Dance Contest, you know, it would actually make for an interesting Patreon video at some point, so I will hold it in my mind, because, like, as it is, the Eurovision... is it the Eurovision Young Dance? Yeah, the Young Dance is on every odd-numbered year. Like, this year's Young Dancers has been cancelled as well due to a lack of people, and that saddens me, and so I would like to do a bit, I would like to do something pertaining to that, so that will be a thing I look into at some point, and thank you for the prompt. So yes, I will deliver that. I wonder if that means I've delivered it too soon. Also, what was the next thing I was going to do? Right, there's the Pendant of Memories. Right, we can't even do the entire Anjou Cafe side quest because we need Cafe's mask, and despite me literally playing as Cafe, I can't initiate the quest, so I guess I'll go to the Mountain Village first. We'll be watching Choir of the Year. In fact, I will. I believe it's on the day before my birthday, so that'll be a nice treat. And Scotland's taking part, and I am 1/4 Scottish. I have a living relative who is provably Glaswegian, so I feel like I have, like, half of a personal stake in it, and it's so petty of me to be like, ah, yes, I'm involved because Scotland, but it shall be fun. It was nice seeing Wales take part, and now Wales is in Junior Eurovision as well, and I'm hoping that this means that that Scotland's gonna join Junior Eurovision this year as well, but alas, I have no means of proving that, so we will see what happens. And I'm tempted to go up to Darmani's grave so that I can get some hot water to thaw out the smithy and then use that to burn down the house. See, this is why I need co-commentators to keep my brain in line, he says, running straight into a Tektite. Right. Goron in one hand, bomb in the other. Yeah, only 2 countries confirmed, and then, like, in, like, December, I think, Wikipedia updated to say, it's been cancelled because no one wanted to go, and, like, sadness. Also, bombs sinking in snow. This is one of those grottos that people do not know exist, were it not for the randomizer. So I kind of hope there's something important here, just because it's a grotto, where you grow toes. Oh! Okay! This is good, we have fire arrows. I'm glad this appeared. But right, the only Scots Gaelic that I know is Alba Gobrath, and even then I can't quite say it right, so, I mean, well, on one hand, I'm tempted to just, like, watch the, like, I'm assuming they're going to live stream the whole show on, like, YouTube or something, but if not, then, oh wait, no, because, yeah, like, last year, no, not last year, but, like, the last time that Choir of the Year was a thing, my parents and I watched it, on Welsh TV, and we can't speak Welsh at all, so I'm hoping we can watch it on BBC Alba this year. And Ireland at Junior Eurovision, well, they were one of my favourites in the 2018 one. I really liked IOU. It was a good song, the video was adorable, and Rael Tanamara was also one of my favourites. It's just one of my favourites of all time. And I want to say that Ireland's never sent a bad song to the junior contest. Like, I think some of the entries are less remarkable than others, but, like, I don't think they've ever sent anything bad to the junior contest, so be proud of that. Hi.
Hi. And she's back.
Well, thank you for returning, because I just went all crazy squeaky for some reason.
My brain's just now imagining Sergei Lazarev going, instead of they scream, they squeak!
The song is about mice!
Clearly. Grandpapa is an old bassoon. I wish I could remember any of the other instruments, but Grandpapa is an old bassoon.
See, I still stand by my inane desire to have, like, some sort of Eurovision entry that's like sort of a dance pop song where the instrumental, like the whole hook of it is like, oh, well, what's this? And then just an instrumental hook on a bassoon. So, basically just imagine Shuffler, but furrier.
Like, I'm just imagining, like, you know that old guy that kind of looked like Einstein from Serbia last year?
Yeah.
Somebody that looks like him playing the bassoon, and, like, in those, like, Eurovision parody crack videos, like, somebody just sort of editing the footage from Peter and the Wolf. Not that they were, because it is a very obscure kind of thing, especially since it's Disney. Grandpapa is an old bassoon. I don't know why I've been thinking that lately. I don't know. Sergei Lazarev is just made of stuff.
Shuffler does not suck. Everyone's name is Red Indigo because we're on YouTube, but oh, that's a lot of bombs. And I think it picks a color. I think Streamlabs picks a color at random at the start. Shuffler is good. Welcome back, Heartbeat. basically everything that's on the tracker was from part 1, apart from the fire arrows, which I just got from a really obscure grotto, and blah blah blah. What gave it away?
What gave what away? I don't know what happened there, but also hello.
Hello. Like,
But what gave what away?
I think Tess is a furry. Did my Danganronpa sprite in the bottom left not kind of imply implications? Imply implications? Oh, I just realized I could just do all of Snowhead Temple because I have fire arrows and bombs. I could do all of Woodfall Temple because we know where literally all of the keys are. Well, I don't know. Yeah, we know where all the keys are, and they're all only available on the 3rd day, but you don't even need the key. You need the boss key, but yeah.
Cool.
Oh, don't worry, Bill. I gave up on Melody Festival like 2 years ago, because like last year's final was mediocre, this year's final was even mediocrer. There's a stone tower. I guess I'll update that on the tracker.
The last good Melody Festival was in 2017 when Robin Bankston won Fight Me.
Hey. But let's see. How about Uwu in the streets, oh well in the sheets. Also, I got a heart piece and I've got to include it on the thing. Okay, so now I shall head down to the mountain to Jimbo Town. And Bill, you can trust Lucas because Lucas is Swedish, despite the name.
My brain just had a dumb thought.
Let it breathe.
Tess live streams on a Wednesday. I am so weird.
Nope.
Also, has Tess ever considered making one of those Eurovision this year versus this year versus this year videos? Because I'm just sort of imagining like Tess like doing one of those videos like with all of the year's songs that he's reviewed, so like from 2014 to 2019. Holy shit, we've been friends for 5 years.
Wow. That is genuinely an achievement, so yes, wow.
Achievement unlocked. Lozzie has had a friend that's lasted longer than... This just makes me sound so sad. I mean, I have had friends that have lasted like really long periods of time, but they kind of just... Those friendships kind of don't exist now.
Well, you've still got me, and I friend love you, sister. Ooh, ooh.
Now if when you get to sister in your top 41 countdown, if you do not clear away Korekio on the screen, or James Charles, I will have some serious questions. I can imagine it in my head.
Korekio speaks the truth. That's the only impression I can do of anything remotely pertaining to Korekio. And it's a go. I pre-ordered Majora's Mask 3DS when it was first like released, and it actually arrived a few days early, but it arrived like I think at home when I was living up north or vice versa, and so I wasn't able to play it straight away. And I had all of the sads. But
yeah. Germany's song won't have that spinning table thing on stage.
So why would they bother building it into the stage of the national final? Building it into the stage of the national final, only to be like, you know what? And that was the thought process.
But this just makes me feel like Seesaw Sister confirmed. It's like Danganronpa all over again.
It's a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the fuck is a seesaw homicide?
Oh, Mew. Why am I
like
imagining
Mew.
Tess cosplaying? Why am I imagining Tess cosplaying as Mew?
Well, because I am pretty fucking stacked, you know.
Well, I mean, you've got the Kaito cosplay. I mean, you don't have the Kaito hair, but...
Can we please? Can I please have some fire? Can we please have some fire?
No.
Okay.
No.
How about
Fire
some
is
close-up
dangerous.
fire? There we go. Had to be close on fire.
Fire is dangerous, and you should know this, kids. You know. Mons put on a condom, and you should too, kids.
This was genuine fan fiction. Fan fiction?
It was.
Fan fiction, banan.
It was, like, seriously, somebody wrote a fanfiction shipping Mons with Conchita, and then they just randomly inserted this public service announcement in the middle of it. Like, Mons put on a condom, and you should too, kids, to prevent yourself from STDs. And as he slipped it on, I'm just like, I did not ask for this.
This fanfiction brought to you by Durex.
Besides, Conchita can do better than Mons.
Also, just, that reminds me. So you know the Pound Shop, right?
Yes.
They have
What,
their own
Pound
line of
Brand?
sex products, including sex toys.
What, Poundland or Pound World or Pound Stretcher?
Whichever
Wait,
one we...
There's so many...
Okay, Pound Stretcher is a terrible name for a company to have, Oh god, there's so much going on in the chat that I want to react to. I feel like Strayfarers are only in this and Four... I don't actually remember Four Swords. I didn't actually get to play it, because I was a lonely child. There was something else I was going to say. Inko, did you ever play the original Majora's Mask or only ever the 3DS version? Because there are differences between the two. I don't know.
I remember Four
think-
Swords.
I think Ireland and the UK both have similar problems, but, like, different. Because, like, the UK has all the arrogance of, oh, we have the perfect music industry. We're owed a good result just because we're Britain. But then Ireland is like, yes, well, I'm going to put on a terrible accent and point out that we won 7 times, so we're owed a victory as well, just because we always do good. But they don't.
I don't know whether you're trying to be Mickey Mouse or Jacksepticeye or a weird amalgamation of the two.
Roses are red, violets are blue. This accent was vaguely racist. Thank you.
Also,
Mons put on a
I've-
condom, and so should you.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Mons put on a condom and so should...
Life is rice, drink it and convert it to pay. It is
Now,
Wednesday,
this-
my dudes. Ah!
This brings up a really interesting question.
Oh, does it?
I've only just realized that Bilal Hassani is a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And I'm just sort of like, does that mean that next year, if he wins, there'll be a whole trend of YouTubers trying to represent their country? Because I can just imagine Tess being like, hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and I'm here today to review the song for Ireland, and it will be represented by Jacksepticeye, and it is titled, I'm a Dancing Leprechaun.
Oh, so...
Don't know why.
Oh, little potato man, you're the one who always causes trouble. You got, like, fake tickets, don't you? That's bad. That's bad.
That's bad. He got shot. No, little potato man.
You're always my favorite.
You're always my favorite. Yeah.
I'm having too much fun here. And the plants are just having a time. We have a time. The time is time for time. It's time. Time to go to time.
I
Now,
was just having a really bizarre thought about how many of my favourites didn't win the Eurovision National Finals this year. It is shocking.
you tessellated in the wrong hexagon. 2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3. The winning candidate is
This
Bilal
is
Hassani.
Hello, Sunny. S Club 7 has fallen on hard times. It's so pointy.
It's a fun time.
2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3.
I don't remember the next part either.
This must make it a suicide baby. A suicide baby.
Like he was standing under the vent with a shot at his head, and he walked a couple of steps before he finally dropped dead. What a load of crap. You figure it out, shithead. And yes, that is what she said. Booyah! Suck it, nerds. I make Kibo use that function to analyze my turns. Continue. Time is a tool you can put on the wall or wear it on your wrist. The past is far behind us. The future doesn't exist. What's the time? It's 9:15. Time to have a bath. What do you mean? We're already clean. Scrub, scrub, scrub till the water's brown.
What? I was thinking to say, how many of Tessa's national final favourites won their national final? But I don't think it was that many.
I haven't been counting. I didn't have a favourite in Sweden because the only non-finalist that I heard was Dolly Style, and none of the finalists touched me at all. Well, my favourite one in Norway, because like Norway had a damn good show, so you know, props and stuff. Honestly, Ali Ryan was my favourite in Germany, but like, I kept calling it the trash song, because, I mean, it's good, but it's a bit trash. And... oh! Mickey was my favourite in Spain as well. But La Clave was good too. But it does kind of sound like Ciao Adios by Anne-Marie.
Yeah. I mean, I had like 3 favourites in the Spanish national final, so, like...
Also, something I completely forgot between this and the last stream. Yeah, all the mini-boss music is just Majora now. I keep getting hit by a frog, on a turtle, a turtus, a torstal, dog borstal, Amy Schumer. Every time I do a word association, it has to end with Amy Schumer. It's the law. It's the Europe's Gallo 8, because your name is Laura. You live on a house. You live on a house, mind you.
Well, yes, that is how flats work, because flats are just houses on top of houses on top of houses.
But what about... But who houses the house lizard?
What?
You know, who houses the house lizard? Uncle Ropey! Ropey's Monsegra!
You know, I'm just imagining Tess... like, dressed as Junko Inoshima when I hear that song. I don't know why specifically Tess. Probably because I don't have a blonde-haired friend, but...
I'm not blonde either!
I know, but you're like the only person that I know that's like into Danganronpa.
Danganronpa. Well, it's a damn good series. I got my mother to watch the anime. Well, the anime of the first game, rather than, like... We have yet to sit through all of 3, because I don't know... Like the only way I could get my mother into... Like, you'd need to have seen all of Danganronpa 2 in order to appreciate the anime, and... that only exists in game form, so the only thing I can think to do to get my mother into that is have her watch Lucajin, because that's a good coverage. And yeah, Eurovision had to end because it was too much work to keep up, and it just wasn't fun for me to manage anymore. But we look back on those times fondly.
What? What is Eurovision? Oh, your contest! I was just like, what?
Lossie, how could you forget?
I thought like you meant like the debate series that we did. That was also a fun time.
That was good too. Well, a lot of the recaps, though, admittedly not all of them, because a lot of them have been like getting blocked recently, but a lot of the recaps are available on... Oh, we got the Lens of Truth! That's good. A lot of the recaps are still available on my second channel where the YSC used to be hosted. It's just literally all the videos are unlisted, so you just have to go into the playlist. You can, like, the playlists are still public, so you can still watch it through that. If y'all are interested in viewing those subsequent times. Also, it's all good be doing most of this dungeon now, but, like, we literally can't get the boss key until the final 6 hours of the game, so... Also, I'm gonna do this bit backwards, because otherwise... Oh! I nearly thought there was a hole. You know when you nearly think holes? When you nearly think holes?
Yes.
Oh, we do have Hex Vision, though, so if you join the TessHex Discord server, you can join the Hex Vision.
Yes, where everybody gets 4 countries unless you win, in which case you get 5. Yay.
Logic!
Because,
Also-
like... Because I'm in it, and Philly G's in it, and
I'm in
we
it.
each get and we each get 4 countries, and I find it easier to find entries for the 4 countries that Philly G has more than the countries that I have. So part of me just feels like Philly G and I should just swap countries, and that would be great. But no. I managed to make it.
And I just keep consistently coming third.
Yes. Because Tess is the living embodiment of Il Volo.
I'm just still impressed that I managed to come third with Germany that one time, because, like, I didn't know people would take to the song, and then they did.
I'm amazed that I came second in the semi-final with Germany. I am still shocked that Philly G came second that one time.
Which time was that?
Like, Hexvision 3, I believe. No. It was the edition where Belgium won. And Philly G had Turkey as one of his countries. And he came second.
Oh, yeah! I remember that. But, yeah, I still listen to File Gig and Dishonor. Like, I liked Mia Dekal's music anyway, and, like, that's the darkest thing I've ever heard her do, because I'm... Like, I knew her for Lieblingslied, which is a really fucking good song, and, Black Beauty, which I sent to the YSC really early on, and it didn't do well, and also Herz, and I feel like there was another one, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, basically just listen to Mia Dekal's music, she's good. I missed the beehive! Oh, there's bees!
Oh, there's bees! Where's Philly G? He's literally been gone for like hours at this point.
I'm not laughing at the
I'm
absence of
sorry.
Philly G, I just got hit by a bee.
Okay. I was then gonna say, like, Laura is concerned about the whereabouts of her husband. Tess lets out a massive fart.
That is not what happened. Fake news. I'm fighting the bee. She's not fighting the foot, Stephen. Not the bees!
He picked the bees! But yes, coming second in Hexvision is, like, the only successful placement that Philly G has ever had in an online song contest, and trust me, he's taken part in a few.
Oh. Bees! Bees, peas, and automobiles.
Although, I do, like, love, back when YSC was a thing, how, like, Philly G and Tess's dad would send, like, similar sorts of music, and they would give each other points, and it was great.
Yeah.
They formed a little friendship, and it's adorable, and I'm just imagining them sitting in the Finland corner at Tessa's house when Eurovision's on. You know, the Finland corner.
You know, the
because-
Finland corner. And would someone, like, I don't know how posting stuff in the chat, like links-wise works, but if someone is able to provide links to the server, then I would appreciate.
Yes, join the server and join the Hexvision, because then maybe we'll actually have a decent number of participants so that we can go back to having the one country per person thing, because it's hard having 4 countries per person.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a bit of a difficult time.
Okay,
So-
David Mitchell.
Okay, we just got a key for Snowhead. As wonders. I'm just gonna put that in my notes.
As you know, I can't do anything, right?
Yes, you know. Well, that's all I can do in here because we have all the stray fairies and we can't. Literally, the boss key is in Anju's room and we can't get there until the final hours of the universe. So, how is Eurovision so soon? Oof a doof a doof.
I know. know, right? And it's nice to know that it's not just me that can't get behind my own country's entry this year.
Is what I have to say to that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love how a burp is your reaction to Michael Rice.
It's funny because my dinner tonight included rice. But not of the Michaeled variety. Freshly Michaeled rice. Once a day, every day, we Michael our rice that keeps it fresh and spicy. Oh no! That was cruel and unusual.
I mean, like, his version of Bigger Than Us kind of sounds like a song that you'd hear as, like, the winning single of, like, an X Factor.
I mean, that's clearly, like, that's what they were going for when they paired it up with Michael as a singer in the first place anyway. Because that's just, the BBC was really pushing him as like, oh yes, All Together now is a relevant format, so please make the winner be relevant to other stuff too.
But like...
Oh, come on!
What exactly is All Together now? Because I don't get it as a format.
Someone stands up and sings, and then other people stand up and sing with them. And that's kind of it. And whoever gets the most people to sing with them wins.
I don't
Except like half of them are drag queens. That part I don't get the relevance of. And also, yay, someone else who appreciates Albania.
I mean, I appreciate what it does musically. It just doesn't connect to me lyrically. So, sauce fam.
Sauce. Raw
Sauce
sauce.
fam.
We are the sauce fam. We come from down your way and we can play.
What can you play?
The banjolele.
You know, her ukulele-phoria.
The old bassoon. No ketchup. Everyday man's in the fridge. Smoked toenails.
Do you even remember the context of ukulele-phoria?
I do. We were waiting for the fucking, where was I about to go?
Hammersmith Apollo.
Yeah, we were waiting for the 6th anniversary concert, and I was like, we should not send Big Shaq, by the way. It's a joke enough as it is. We were waiting for the 6th anniversary concert, and I said something about, what if Loreen sewed her vagina halfway shut with strings and then played it like a ukulele?
Yes, and I believe that the first thing that you said to me was, wow, you're short. I think so, anyway. Like, something along the lines of me being short. Or shorter than you thought I would be.
Okay, I actually can't see, I was going to answer one of the questions in the chat, and it's been covered up, so I actually can't see it. So, what was that being asked about that ends with the thing about my degree? Because I was going to answer that, and then conversations happened, and then the chat carried on chatting, and...
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming you can see it, so you'd be able to maybe read it to me, so I can answer the chat question?
Hang on, bear with me.
And my worst review ever... Anything from 2014, which I've unlisted. You can still find them, but they're unlisted because they're cringeworthy. Also, in the moment, I wasn't...
What question are you looking for?
The one that ends in degree.
Degree. Whenever you review all countries at Eurovision, will you do a tier list or look back and see if they have taken the best advice of them all, which is yours, as you have the degree?
Is all I have to say to that. Also, I came here prematurely. God damn it. But yeah, I know there are some people who do tier lists for Eurovision songs in general, and like I've never fully understood that because like there are some people who are like, oh, like there's a group of there's a group on Telegram that I'm part of. We're all furries, and there's someone who just, whenever a song comes up, they'll say what tier they think it is, and like I don't follow this, but okay, cool letters. So you know, I don't, but it's, if anything, I suppose it's nice to look back and see you know, which countries are in keeping with thoughts and which ones aren't. And when I run out of countries to analyze for the Patreon videos, yes, United Republic land, obviously. I guess my two options are like re-review them and be like, here's how things have changed since I reviewed them the first time. Or I guess, I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, because there are a lot of countries that I'm kind of high-key avoiding doing Patreon videos about, because I can't be bothered to do all the research of their before times. I hate researching. Like, you might not have thought it, bearing in mind, for a living I do informative video things, but I don't like the study aspect of it.
I mean, we didn't do, like, because I was in Tess's Sweden video.
Yep.
And I don't think we did too much delving into, like, too much into their before times, except for, like, when they changed, like, how they've changed the contest every year that they've won and stuff like that.
Yeah, with that video, the focus was more on, like, I guess, really, and I should do this more often, but, like, with my... Oh, I do like making the videos, it's just, like, scripting them, I have to be in the right mood, and if I'm not, then it's really difficult to do, and then editing it is really tedious as well, and I have to have enough, like, natural light in my bedroom, otherwise I can't even film it in the first place. Like, no, it's difficult and tricky, but I like the end products. Yeah, I feel like I should go into writing the scripts with a question in mind, and, like, aim to answer that by the end of the video, because otherwise, you know, I'm going to end up making more directionless rambles, because some of my videos, I do feel like they are kind of, they don't really go anywhere. But people like them anyway, people paid for them, people thought they were worth paying for, so... I have a Patreon, in case you didn't notice.
Okay. I would help out, but I'm kind of running low on money.
I understand and appreciate your intent rather than, you know, like, I don't hold against you the... You have a right to not... If you're not in a position, then don't force yourself. There. I said words.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
I don't speak English.
He were better. Sorry, I thought I'm sorry. I thought if I spoke Welsh, it might help. And I think Philly Cheese just come home.
Well, he's good, he's alive. Volship Krolik.
You know, the magic rabbit.
Човек je čaroban. L'amore femmina. Sad. S-E-R-H-A-T-A-A-A.
Yes, just make that happen.
All of mine, yes. That's the noise ice makes when it melts. It goes pee. But yeah, I do hope that, like, over time I get some kind of reputation as being an alternative to wee blogs, because, like, when they've had the wee people, you know, as, like, oh, the spokesperson for so-and-so's votes in national finals, it's nothing but cringe. And, like, all they've done is embarrass the UK on an international stage.
I know, right? Like, seriously. Like, I feel like when Tess gets to, like, a position where he, like, overshadows wee blogs with his talent and his face and his professionalism and his I was then gonna say straightness, but like questionable sexuality.
It's open to interpretation. Whereas with Weeblogs, it's kind of not even a question.
I'm just sort of like, compared to wee blogs, you may as well be straight.
Yeah, I was about to say, wee blogs, more like poo-poo blogs. I just got hit in the face by a possessed pot.
Like, seriously, like...
Gentle
I'm
pee
sure
pee
that Tess and I would... I'm sure that Tess and I would kill to go to Eurovision and do the stuff that wee blogs gets to do.
Yeah. Wee people eat cake with a fork. They can drink the knife.
Do they eat cake with a fork?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Slander accusations and
100 months. Ow, my throat. I can't do that.
Hagrid playing the sitar.
Hagrid playing the... Oh, Mama Hex is so precious. How is she doing, by the way?
Well, you can ask her yourself. She's in the chat.
Mama Hex, hi. How are you?
Anyway, to answer the question, yeah, I went to... Well, Laura and I both went to Eurovision 2016. We were in the arena for the jury final, and we were at Eurovision The Party on the night of the final.
Yes, indeed we were. And travelling home from the jury final was certainly an experience and a half.
Make
We
Sir
shall
Hat
not.
qualify.
Yes, Sir Hat should qualify. And then in the second semi-final, just don't vote for Sergei, maybe? And
Or
then
Sweden.
Tess will...
Votant for Sweden. Am I planning to go again in the future? Only under very specific circumstances. So either if someone invites me and I don't have to foot any of the costs, or if I'm part of a delegation, or if I'm like part of the if I'm part of the production team, or if I'm part of a delegation, basically. I don't want to go in the audience ever again because it's just you know? Or was that just me?
I was wanting to go to Eurovision again and watch, because goodness knows I'll never make it as an actual singer.
You don't know that. You're good at the sing.
I know, but the thought of representing the UK and finishing dead last is just too scary. But the thought of representing San Marino and failing to qualify is even scarier.
It's precious when you cover Say Na Na Na. You got the right voice for it. Like, there are two options with that. With Say Na Na Na, either you go like really Sir Hattie gravelly, or you go really cute, and you're cute.
And the doctor's order, please say na na na. There's a light for you, it waits, it's na na na. Say na na na. I don't think I can sing the Turkish numbers though.
Bir iki üç say na na na. Oh no!
Okay.
I got iced. Get iced. Dummy. You may now access the octahedron.
Like, I've seen well, the fandom are calling it a meme, but they're basically posting a picture of Sir Hat with like, say na na na, and then underneath it's just like, the juries, no no no. Like, how the fuck do you know that the juries are gonna say no to Sir Hat?
Well, we like it. Therefore everyone does.
Because that's how Eurovision works, especially if you're a fan of Sweden, the almighty demigod.
Also, my phone vibrated several times just now. I feel as though Black Quill may have just smamp-chatted me. Oh, we have a map of Woodfall. So I'm just going to have this twingle on screen just while I crack open the smamped chat. First of all, yeah, you stop that. My phone keeps doing a thing. I'm going to fight my phone. But that aside...
You're not a phone, you're not a phone. Some random plastic that I own.
Oh.
Because remember that time that Tess and I were gonna write a sitcom?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. And we're having a Eurovision party this year with friends.
Yes.
Okay, Black Quill, what have you snampted my chattel?
Nudes.
Oh my god, he's drinking the knife!
La vendea cayó. Like, I have 3 favorites to win, and if any of them do, I would happily go there for Eurovision next year. Am I okay to reveal what they are, Tess?
Yeah. You pee as you see fit.
Okay. Spain, San Marino, and Italy.
Okay.
Weird how 2 of them are in the Big 5, but whatevs. And one's in the semi-final I can't vote in, but eh.
Why am I not?
Switzerland!
Am I just bad?
Switzerland. I'm intrigued.
Well, okay, so Eurovision however many seconds video. There may be plans, y'all don't know. Am I just having a moment? I know there's a stray fairy up there. Why is it not?
Maybe that's the secret collab that Tess was on about. I don't know. You know, the TessHex Wee Wee Blogs fanfic come to life.
Clearly that's what it is.
Tess put on a condom, and so should you, kids. Protect yourselves from the wee wee.
Protect your wee wee. Oh no! I needed to do.
Do people even still like wee wee blogs now after what happened with the Romanian national final? Because, like,
No, but they'll have their infinite stands.
Like, they said that On a Sunday was boring in, like, one of their reviews, and they said that, Dear Father was just amazing, but then they,
Changed their mind.
like, they both gave their 12 points to On a Sunday, and I'm just sort of like, yeah, opinions can change over time, but then people just like, oh my god, you ruined the national final, she should have won, oh my god. I was just like, I'm gathering an army to fight for what's left in this world.
A swarm of bees on a Sunday. And million bees who are also on fire, but somehow don't die.
Like, seriously, Eurovision the musical, I feel like, I mean, Sergei's song already feels like it fits into a musical. And so does On a Sunday, to be fair. I'm just sort of trying to work out, like, a way of fitting all the other songs. Say Na 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 should be the grand finale song. I can see it now. Well, I mean, it's performing last in semi-1, but, like, the grand finale.
Oh, the swap title lead! The swap title lead! Hang on, I'm making notes in my notes. I didn't even get to use whatever I had before. Did I even have anything before? Oh, wait, yeah, the Moonstone, never mind. What was that? Okay. Oh, right, yeah, musicals. Okay, yes. Peebless. That's all. Why are these not dropping magic? It's magic.
Magic.
Oh, it's magic.
You know, never believe it's not so. What the hell was that voice, Laura? I'm sorry.
Slutty Himiko?
Brittany, stop being weird.
But Captain, I would fuck this avocado. Brittany, what the fuck?
You know, Squeaky Simpson's teenager, Lucy the Slut, and David Mitchell in Pikmin 3. I don't even think that Tess is aware of Lucy the Slut. She's a character in Avenue Q.
Yeah, you informed me.
Yes.
I know 2 things about Avenue Q. One of them is that song, and the other one is, didn't they do like a crossover with Scrubs once or something?
I don't remember the Scrubs thing, and which one song are you talking about?
Grab your dick and double click.
The internet is for porn. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I shall speak to your spoon.
Are you leaving forever?
Well, I need to go to sleep.
Oh, okay. Then sleep
I've
your
been having
peepees.
I've been having difficulty sleeping lately.
Okay. Well, sleep well and be healthy.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, fan.
And also, Matt Pat wants to watch Eurovision. Then I support his right to do so, because I was just talking to my mother about the game theorists earlier on, and like, can they please? Can they please? And can they please not poo-poo it as well? I don't want to lose my respect for them.
I seriously think that there should be a Eurovision video game. I might have to get onto some ideas for that. Okay, bye-bye.
Good boo. See, my only thing is, a Eurovision video game, how can be animate 500 backflips perfectly? Only real PPs will recognize that knowledge. You know, recognize that knowledge. Okay. One thing that I like about Majora's Mask as well is, because the elemental arrows are so much more important in this game than they were in the previous one, it's so much more forgiving when you, like, shoot torches with them and stuff, because, like, the hitboxes are just generally improved. Now, at some point, I'm going to need to go and get the Scarecrow song and then come back. Maybe not. I might be able to cheese it. Yeah, I just don't watch, like... Well, I don't watch the Fine Bros videos in general, but I especially don't want to see, like, so-and-so reacts to Eurovision, because, like, I just know they're not going to get it, and I'll just hate every second of the video, so I've just been protecting myself from that. Also, if Indigo's still watching, this is how you Snowhead Temple, except I'm doing it slightly in the wrong order because I randomizer. So that's one thing. Like, most of this, like, randomizer run at the moment is just doing a dungeon normally because we've got everything we need. Oh, I didn't know that overthinking it ended. Like, I've not seen any of their stuff, but like I've heard the name thrown around, so I'll descend. That'll be fine. Like, on one hand, it's kind of gatekeeping, but there is a small amount of wholesomeness to that particular notion, just with the context of it's not so much gatekeeping as holding people back from criticizing what they don't understand. And that could be interpreted as, oh, you're just not allowed to express your opinion because if your opinion's wrong, that just means you're not experienced enough yet. But, like, really, it's like, get used to the contest before you pee. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Like, I'm not quite sure how to articulate what I'm thinking, because, like, in order to, like, react to Eurovision stuff, on one hand, there's kind of a certain degree of nuance that's needed, but then again, the vast, vast majority of voters don't have that, and yet they're the ones voting. So, maybe not. But, like, if you're going to talk about Eurovision at length on the internet, then you do need at least some degree of familiarity with it, I think. So, I don't even know how this train of thought started or where it ended, but anyway. Lens of Truth. Does it even work with this graphics plugin? Because it showed me nothing earlier, and oh, it actually works in this room. So this is a fun little secret that it took me a couple of years to discover. And there's really no reason why I should even go after the Stray Fairies, because apart from the Stone Tower Temple ones, they don't actually do anything in the randomizer. All they do is, well, they give you the same rewards as normal. So, yeah, Bill, that's the best way of putting it. If you want to talk about Eurovision, you kind of have to know. So yeah, that's the best way of putting it. But yeah, so the Stray Fairies, they all do their vanilla thing, apart from Stone Tower, because the Stone Tower Fairies normally give you an item, so, you know, that item's been shuffled into the randomizer pool, but they haven't yet, like, found a way of shuffling the fairies into the randomizer, whether that's the fairy upgrades or the, like, the Stray Fairies themselves. Heaven help us, there will be a fairy sanity at some point, I'm sure. And this time, I'm not going to forget. At some point, hopefully I'm not going to run out of time. If it cuts close, I'll walk back to Clocktown, because I know that in the last stream, I kept forgetting to get the Bremen mask, so that's a thing we can go and do. And then again, you know, worst comes to the worst, he's there on night 2 as well, so. Other things that I would like to do is deliver the ocean title deed and deliver the swamp title deed as well. Ah, Ugandan Knuckles. Truly the meme. End of thought. Just truly the meme. Ah, it's the poo room. And my phone vibrated again. Dollar vision. I get it. And that's just the end of that thought. Also, I'm so glad I have the stone mask, because that means that after this I can go into the Pirate's Fortress. Right, also, those enemies are called Enos, like capital E, lowercase e, N-O. Yeah, and at this point... I'll react to just random comments with the Ugandan flag, just to see if it gets, you know, if people respond accordingly. That did make sense. I'm thinking and playing at the same time, so I'm bad at life. There we go. I can't trust the lens of truth, so I'll just have to hope for luck. There we go. And let's see, where are there are 2 others. Ah, yes, I know where they are. So, in the next room, there's 2... I guess they're Dinalfos. And they both have a stray fairy inside them each. And then there's the one inside the hidden side wall, which I'll just grab on the way down. I'm making hella progress through this dungeon, by the way. Like, I'd forgotten just how, like, easy the Majora's Mask dungeons kind of are. Which, like, no insults to... Like, no offense to Indigo's child self. Yeah. I struggled with this game as a child as well, so, you know, also, actually, come to think of it, it would be so useful if I ate a leg. Where am I going? Really? Am I really gonna have to pull the thing back up? Surely not. No, I don't. Yes? No? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Fuck. Right, so where's the wall hole? It's on that wall. I swear I've done this before. Right, where's the wall hole? I've lost the wall. There's a secret hole. There it is. Can I make this jump? Can I please? That should not have worked, and yet here we are. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil my my top 41 at all, but you know, there are songs that I enjoy. Right, so next port of call. I'm going to duck out of the dungeon briefly so that I can get the Bremen mask and also turn in these fairies, but because of course, if we're going to fight Goat, then I'd rather have double magic, bearing in mind I still have yet to actually find my house, and by that I mean the Chateau Romani, because in my previous Majora's Mask Randomizer seed, the map of Romani Ranch that you buy from Tingle was the bottle of Chateau Romani, so I could just get Chateau Romani, infinite magic that is, for 20 rupees every cycle, so that was a good noise. Also, for some reason, this graphics plugin makes all the fairies not have coloured hair, which is sad, because I really like the colour of the Great Fairy of Kindness's hair, and that's Stone Tower, which is... They had to make a completely original colour of fairy just for Stone Tower, because... colours. I actually haven't had a good look at the this year's stage. I've seen, like, bits and pieces of it, and, like, I have no reason to dislike what I've seen. That's a really boring thing to say, but that's my hot take on the dildo train. Choo choo. Now, at some point, also on the next day, I'll need to... First of all, where am I going? Bremen mask. I'll need to duck inside the Curiosity Shop at around 3 PM, I believe that happens, because then the letter will be delivered, unless it's somehow been delivered prematurely, because I don't know how to have a leg. I could... See, I could stop Sakon, but there's no reason to... Ooh, I remember something else I could do. Okay. Okay, I have a plan. And the brown mask at last was just a single bomb chew the entire time. Well, Bill Cipher is good villain, so... That's the end of that thought, because I don't think... And since we're going to be fighting God at some point, I may as well get the Don Gero thing going on, so... Oh, and Kamara's masks, I got that... I know I got that from somewhere really inconvenient, so I might as well go and cash that in. Oh, Keifi's so cute when he does the poo-poo dance. You know, the poo-poo dance! I don't speak English. Right, I was about to buy the ocean title deed, but I need to sort of deliver the swamp title deed first, so... That's Keifi. I've always pronounced it Keifi, so I'm still getting used to calling him Cafe. Speedy dancing. You know, the poo-poo dance. It's like the Coco dance, but... shittier. Hey, oh, poo-poo dance. Hey, oopa, oopa, aroa. Hey, oh, poo-poo dance. Hey, ori, aroa. Monaco was robbed. Right, what next? What next? I'll deliver the swamp title deed so that I don't have to worry about it. I guess come back and buy the ocean title deed, which is currently where the regular bomb bag would be, but... Because, I guess if I don't save Granny, then it's not going to be overwritten by the largest bomb bag, which was a piece of heart. God, this game can be complicated when it wants to be, which is most of the time. Also, I could go and do the Oceanside Spider House now that I have fire arrows, and there's also the stuff upstairs there as well. Not upstairs, the basement with the Style Children. That's a thing I could hypothetically do with my time. No. Give me your pizza. I just tried to give the swamp title deed to the guy who owns the swamp title deed. My god, I'm dumb. Or whatever, I need to be down here anyway for the Don Gero thing, so that'll probably be how I got conflated. And... Right, I know where to get the ocean title deed. Wait, hang on, okay. The ocean title deed still gives you 200 rupees in the randomizer, because I don't know why. Unless it doesn't. I thought it has done in my experience. And land title deed we can get by buying the Romani Ranch wrap. As a child I pronounced it Romani as well. No relation to Romani the people. Romani gently down the stream. Okay, so I've got the one in town, the one here. The one Woodfall Temple, just the one in Great Bay, and then we've got them all. Okay. And I don't know if I've done... No, I can't have done the Powder Keg side quest yet. So I guess I can go and do that in a hot second. I have such a love-hate relationship with that song, because, like, half the time I'm on board with it, and half the time I'm like, well, you know. Also, I have the Lens of Truth, and I don't know if you need to use the Lens of Truth on Darmani's ghost to get him to go up the mountain, or if I can just go straight up there now, but that's something I guess I can do while we're in the vicinity. I gotta say, one thing I do really like about the Majora's Mask randomizer, and maybe it's just that I've got a good seed, but, like, when I did the Ocarina of Time randomizer, multiple times, it felt like on several occasions I'd come unstuck and like have to spend a minute brainstorming what to do next. But with this one, I've just constantly got something else to do, and something else to do, and something even else to do there beyond. So I forgot to get the fucking Scarecrow's song, but that's okay. We ain't done yet. Honestly, the Czech Republic keeps just putting out quality entries, so I can't think of one that I don't like. And the prize is money. I love having a speed up key. But yeah, like, Czech 2019, I don't understand the hate. Czech 2018, good, did good, got good. Czech 2017, good and underrated. Czech 2016, good and underrated, but at least it qualified. Czech 2015, underrated. And then 2009, questionable, but okay. 2008, underrated gold. And 2007, underrated. So yeah. Czechia, good country. Czechia, more like Czechia privilege. Anyway. It's time to go and be Goron. All I need to do is get this to the Greek. I've never understood that film title. And we'll get a prize that's been randomized with the... Because with this randomizer, it cuts out the entire first cycle and gives you a random item in place of the Deku Mask. And in my case, that was the powder keg. So that proves, as if it was ever under question, which it wasn't, that the powder keg license is randomized into the randomizer. So this will be for a thing. What thing? We have yet to find out. I swear, if that's Snapchat at it again. I had, over the course of this stream, I had Black Quill Snapchat me. I had something, someone left a YouTube comment on the Top 41 video, which I haven't been able to look at yet, because of course I'm streaming. There was something else, I think there was a like on Twitter. My phone's buzzed twice since then. I got a good phone, semi-recently. That's why I'm so in touch with my online side. I have a Snapchat, by the way, and an Instagram. I tried to post something to Instagram earlier, it refused to load. Excuse you, Niels. Nicholas Joseph is Man Queen. He is secretly Sly Cooper. See, at some point when I have disposable income to spare, I would like to spend that money on commissioning Sly Cooper's voice actor to do a note-for-note cover of Lie to Me, in character as Sly, for no reason other than I feel like it would suit the character, and Christ alone knows why. Man Queen! I love how the powder keg just sinks into the snow. It's such a weird item. Like, why would they program this into the game? It's only ever used in 2 places. And, well, well, 3 places, actually, if you count this one, because this one counts as a separate item. We'll put it a bit closer. And then speed up. Okay, and now we roll back on up the platform. I could speak, I swear. Oh! I got boinged. Oh. He resisted the Goron fart. I remember seeing a thing on the internet many years ago that described, like, if you keep spamming the B button when Goron Link is attacking, then the final part of his combo where he sort of shoves his ass towards the enemy, I remember them describing that attack as the secret Goron fart, because he sort of shoves his ass at an enemy and the screen wobbles. So clearly it's ass. Anal gases. Blowing out your ass can lead to anal leakage. And that's the end of that thought. Pweenus! Pweenus Everdeen. I did it, give me a prize. It was money! And now I will turn to the mountain village and heal Darmani's soul. Whoa. Because, really, Dabani's Grave is only good for 2 things in the randomizer. One is the Goron Mask, and the other is Hot Spring Water, unless you've got the bottle randomizer on, which I don't. And Hot Spring Water is only good for opening the Hot Spring Cave, which has a chest inside it, and also the Mountain Smithy, and also the 1 Gibdo in the bottom of the well, but we have fire arrows, so that negates most uses of the Hot Spring Water, and of the one that remains, we don't need to do the bottom of the well anyway, because I explicitly excluded that in the randomizer. So, now, I can never remember the way up here. So, at least it's showing me. Now, hang on. I feel like there's a trick. I feel like if you play the Song of Storms and then use the Lens of Truth, I feel like that makes it not consume magic, but I don't see why that would be. So, nope, it's still consuming magic. I feel insulted. Internet, you have lied to me. Lied to me, oh baby, come a little closer. Lie to me. Lie to me, oh baby, lean upon my shoulder. Get down on my body, love me like it was only 3:30. Come now. I was about to say, surely XYZ country was worse, but I can't think of any entries that were explicitly bad, so... But then that means you're wrong as well. I'll never tell you you're wrong. But you're wrong. Nah. No one's allowed to disagree with me. Nah, you're allowed to have an opinion. Duh money. I'd imagine, within the lore of the game, it's a stylistic choice that the Song of Healing is Saria's song backwards. Get healed on, my guy. Turn into a face. Ka-facey poo. Bing bong. Now, give me your cheese. Why is everything bomb juice? Well, I'm going to release the warmth, but other than that, I have no business here. Well, there's a thought. Because I was, like, 99% of the way done with editing the next part of my top 41 countdown, does anyone have any, like, predictions as to what they expect in my next top 41 countdown video, which is positions 30 down to 21, by the way. So, I look forward to hearing what people think of that. Where was I about to go? Pirate Hideaway, because that's where the gold dust is. And hopefully if I get in there before the time ticks over, then I'll be able to grab boob and fall over. And what would be really good is if in this 3-day cycle I could do all of the temples, but I don't have ice arrows, so I can't get into literally either of the other two. Well, no, I can get into Great Bay Temple, but I can't do anything in there. Well, I can't make meaningful progress in there because I don't have ice arrows. And we don't have ice arrows, so we can't officially get into Stone Tower Temple because we can't, like, supposedly there is a way of getting up Ikana Canyon without ice arrows, but unless we get them soon, we won't be able to get them. Anyway, I kind of don't want to do all of this now, but then again, I guess there's no particular time pressure. So, just pop the stone mask on, swim over yonder, get back into the middle of the zone. That being said, the fucking... Oh, a bitey boy. Wait, hang on a minute. Oh, the mountain title deed's here as well, isn't it? But wait, I don't need to do the mountain title deed thing, so... Yeah, I don't need the mountain title deed or the swamp title deed for anything because those have both been used. So I just need to worry about retrieving the ocean title deed from the bomb shop and the land title deed from Tingle and delivering them as appropriate, and... Yeah, okay. Because the priority mail to Mama is here as well, but come to think of it, there's no point even getting that because we don't have Romani's mask, so for the time being it's useless. We do have the circus leader's mask though, so if and when we do get to the whole Romani Ranch side quest, we'll have an easy time of it. But yeah. I guess since I'm here, I suppose I should get the 4 Zora eggs that are here because I can. I have bottles for them, it'll be fine, I have the stone mask. But the main reason why I'm here is there's a bottle of gold dust here. Wait, fuck damn it. That means that if I get the bottle of gold dust, then that will take up one of my bottle spots. So there's kind of no point in being here, unless one of the other bottle of one of the other chests in here is a bottle. I don't know anything anymore. There are too many possibilities. I'm the ultimate clairvoyant, and I am crippled under the weight of all of the possibilities in the future. Okay. Now, hopefully the randomizer hasn't overwritten whichever chest has the gold dust in it, because I've never had that problem. But I know there was someone else who did a randomizer. I want to say it was Big Dip on a bus. Got the gold dust, saved and reset time, and the gold dust just wasn't there anymore. Well, we know it was in here, so it should still be here. There's no reason why it wouldn't be. Oh dear, okay. Gold dust is not a thing anymore. That is bad. But... yeah, no, that means that gold dust just isn't available in the game anymore. That's okay. I have a way around that. See, I didn't realize just how balked the gold dust was in this randomizer. Well, that's a shame. Well, yeah, whatever. Worst comes to the worst, I can just... Like, I can fix that, which I could do between streams. We'll have to see. Depends how strongly people feel and how urgent it is to get the gold dust reward. It's only used for one thing anyway, and it might not even be anything. Plus, that means we've not got it taking up a bottle while we're here, so we can go and grab egg. Like Plan Egg. There's a town in Germany called Plan Egg. And it's the headquarters of either Deep Silver or some other... I don't know, I remember talking about it in the Cursed Mountain Patreon video anyway. But, yes, do carry on. Y'all's predictions sustain me. I want to know what people think they know about the Hexagon Man. The Flailing Hexagon Man. The Jared Leto Dragon. The Spimothy. And what's my prize? Is it more gold dust? It's... Why am I just now getting, like, thousands of maps in rapid succession? And to this day, I maintain Fuego, except every instance of the word Fuego is just someone saying Fuig. And that's all. And that's the only change. That's the song. Fuig by Emily Sandé. Kayfid, get in the water! Get your moist on, sir, or I will sue you for lack of moistrogen. Moistrogen. For wet women. I can't follow that up with anything. That's just... I've peaked goodly. I've done good peaky things. Peaky Blinders. I hate that name. And put the stone mask back on. You can't even sneak in here with the stone mask. It's tragic. But here we are. Okay. Moving on swiftwardly. Pope Squidwardly. In fact, Pope Squidward is actually a name of a speedrunner who speedruns Majora's Mask, which is a fun coincidence. I know nothing about him, but he exists. Oh, I dunged. I dunged. Yes, clearly. Is the stream still enjoyable, by the way? Like, is there anything wrong with, like, the audio, the footage, or whatever? Because, like, I want to be as enjoyable viewerly as possible, so... Let me know if you're enjoying my pancakes. There's nothing over that way, there's nothing over that way. I stab you. Merry Christmas. It's a knife. More like Merry Fistmas. So, here's what they say when you're not wearing the mask. Because they have different dialogue if you are wearing the stone mask. Oh, that was erotic. Okay, that was a fuck to the face. I'm not normally bad at this, and yet here I am, sucking boob. God, they can parry with the best of them. That was a terrible performance on my part, but it kind of doesn't matter because I have 2 fairies in bottles, and I kind of need to get them out of my bottles anyway, so... I'm going to eat... legs. Oh, there's a chest in here too that I didn't even bother checking when I was last here because we didn't have the stone mask when I was last here, so I'm having a fun time. If everyone else is having a fun time, then that's good. Excuse me. I'm electric and you can't touch me. First of all, what's my prize for existing? Is it cheese? Bottle of cheese? It's the room key. Ah. Well, I think that can only be overwritten by the special delivery to Mama, so that's not going to be a problem. Because we know where that is, and that... Why are both of those quest items in the Pirate's Fortress? What do the pirates want with a hotel room? Well, whatever. Heal me. Heal me. Heal my bees. Eat bees. Smoke raisins. Go to college. House. This advice brought to you by TessHex. Wonder if anyone else is going to join me this evening, because so far I've only had Lozzie, but there are other people around who might join me, but we will have to see. I like the design of these hookshot targets, because, like, they do still have kind of an eye pattern on them, but not as much as the regular, like, the wall-mounted hookshot targets, which, like, it took me until the 3DS remakes of this and Ocarina of Time to realize that the circular, like, wall-mounted hookshot targets were just meant to be, like, rings, just like a ring hook thing mounted to a wall. I'm like, wow, here we are. What's my prize? The bow! You downgrade... Wait, no, it didn't downgrade my... But, huh. Okay. I thought that would downgrade my bow. It would give me the smallest possible quiver. But it didn't. Huh. Well, okay then. And you can see right through my mask, can't you? That's as far as you go! I can't do Birdo. Come bite my thumb. That's not even a euphemism. Come on, do your jump attack thing so I can counter-attack your face. Come on, fight me, fight me, fight me, fight me, fight me, fight me, fight me. I'll fight you. I'll just stab you regularly then. Regular stab with a golden sword. Well, a gold-infused sword. I love how all the mini-bosses are Majora. I know I mentioned this before. Also, how have I been going for an hour and a half? God damn! Is there not a shortcut out of this room? If not, I have sadness. If so, I don't have sadness. I don't! Today is not a sad day. Gina Linetti is a state of mind. Now, I shall drink the knife, fairy, and then descend into the patch. Give me the goodness. I will protect the babies of the children that belonged to the dead guy whose body we're possessing for the sake of this transformation mask. God, the shell blades are just amongst the annoyingest enemies. Yo, fuck away. So, it occurs to me, it's going to be kind of a waste to not be able to finish the seahorse side quest. Bearing in mind, you need to take a pictograph of a pirate in order to, like, get the seahorse, so you can take the seahorse to Pinnacle Rock, and we don't have a pictograph box, but we're surrounded by pirates. Swords law, am I right, fellas? Ugh. That was a very flattering noise, I'm sure. Anyway, the last door should be in this general vicinity somewhere. It's on this side of the fortress anyway, because there's... I could swear there's 4 here and 3 in Pinnacle Rock, and if it turns out that I've been lied to by myself for all these years, even though I've done this side quest before and recently. Right, that's a Vale's room, which we've done. There's that room that we've done. There's that room that we've done. And then that's the exit. Have I dumbed? Is there not another... No, there has to be, because there's an exit over there as well. It should just be... Here, yeah. Okay, never mind. I was being dumb about my being dumbness. I am Mr. Dumbness. Now, I wonder if anyone actually does this legitimately, because, like, it can't be that difficult to do legitimately. It's just, when you have the stone mask, why even bother? And they made it harder to cheese in the 3DS version, because they moved the stone mask to be right in the middle of the pirate hideaway fortress place. But nevertheless, like, as I said in the previous stream, that just shows that they expected you to use the stone mask for this fortress. So, like, why even bother trying to do it legitimately? You know, legitimately. I'll just slowly waddle towards you, swinging my sword at random. And I'll just win. I mean, I'm not going to share it if you don't want me to. I just wanted to preserve the fact that you were drinking a knife out. Ooh, a double hit. That's not supposed to happen. Febreze on the river. Toot toot. Beep beep. Bup 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 bup. You know, Bryant. The flowers that go Bryant. Okay, I think I meant to mention this earlier and then I didn't. But I've actually recorded like more Night in the Woods, so regular Let's Play content will resume in the fairly near future. So like, for the less than one person who cares about that, get relatively hyped, because basically the only thing holding me back from uploading more Night in the Woods at this point, apart from the fact that I've not actually edited those episodes yet, is I want to get Tingle back up and running first. So once that's up and running, we're returning to Night in the Woods. Well, thank you for giving me permission, because I would not have uploaded it without your consent. Because I am a considerate floof. And while we're walking, what have my notifications been on my phone? Come on, fingerprint scanner, do your thing. And we've arrived, so that will have to wait. Oh no, it's about to be morning, which means I'm not going to be able to see. And for some reason, this is a fairy fountain. Okay, good. My phone is behaving, which is good. You don't eat cake with a fork! It's illegal! And also genetically incorrect. It's galactically incapable. Ah, it's just a whole load of notifications on the furry group. That is all. They'll just bottle the air. 2 more, and then we've got all of them apart from the ones that we don't have. Fun side quest. Okay. Now, what to do next? What to do? Right, there's the room key, which I can use. There's... I swear there was something else I was going to do in this vicinity, and it's just completely just left my brain. So there's the eggs over at Pinnacle Rock, which I'll grab at some point in this cycle. I'll need to collect the thing from the Mountain Smithy once it ticks over to daytime. In the meantime, I may as well just go to the bees. I've been watching Markiplier's Uno things and also been at and of enjoyment of. So, yes. To conclude, yes. That's actually what made me get Uno in the first place. So at some point there may be Uno streams. We did have like half a plan for that, so, you know, yum yum. Now, am I going to be able to see, or is it going to do the screen filter thing? You know, troco filtro la vida está desfocada. Now, what's in the box? Is it bees? Oh. Well, I was just bitching about this, so you know what, game, fair play to you. I guess we're going back to the Pirate Hideaway. And I would do the take a photo of Tingle and give that to his father, but if memory serves, you can't do that on anything other than day 1. So we'll head there, snap a photograph. I guess just finish up the Great Bay, because apparently that's just what we're doing now. I wonder if that's gonna flalp with the screen as well, because like, I don't think I've ever seen someone do a Majora's Mask randomizer and not have at least some problem with the graphics plugin, and that tends to mess with the pictograph box for understandable reasons. Now, can we please, can I please be able to see? I like being able to see. I like having eyes that work. Maybe it was the screen transition that killed it then, because... Okay, it was the screen transition that killed it. Just playing the game completely blind. See, I would just, you know, play the game, but I may as well just, like, double time past the transition because I can't see otherwise. Anyway. Here we are, here we be. I'm going to get on a boat and snap a picture of a pirate lady. Roses are red, violence is cool. Women. Okay, fine, I'll swim against the flow. I'll swim contra natura. The Ann Summers. The Ann Summers, mind you. Not Salvador Sobral, clearly. That's... Can you please turn around and look my face? Do I have to get on the prow of the boat and Titanic this shit? Just take a moment to consider that. Save state, just in case. And then just warp back to the mainland. Annika Eklund, I think she's a singer. I wonder when we'll find the ice arrows, he says, very much aware that this could potentially lead to the ice arrows. Kind of wish I could do the, like, if I could... I would like to have the, Chateau Romani just have infinite magic for this part, but it's whatever. I have double magic, I can fill that back up before I ship out, so all things considered, it could be worse. And also, I'm kind of tempted to head back to the mountain village before I go to Pinnacle Rock, because what if the first day prize at the smithy is the Chateau Romani? Was the music there just Tall Tall Mountain? Oh good, there's more Mario music. As a matter of fact, I have a face. A facey. You know, it's like a selfie, but it's just your face. We got a seahorse, which is only randomized if you're doing the bottle randomizer, and we're not doing the bottle randomizer, so it's not randomized. And I literally just said, didn't I, that I was gonna drop in at the mountain smithy. Hopefully this doesn't kill the seahorse by carrying it in a bottle of water in a cold environment. I feel like that wasn't programmed into the game. Let's keep it as a pet for a while. There you go. Had to crash the entire stream just for me to approve your chat message, and even then it's not showing up in the stream, even still after being approved. Wait, Black Willy, are you not a mod for some reason? I'll fix that later. Well, whatever. The point is, I see the Barbara. And my prize is... Bomb Chews! Why is everything explosionary? And also, why does the gold dust not exist anymore? This is an outrage. But whatever. So, first of all, take the dildo train to Poopsville, and by that I mean Pinnacle Rock, release the seahorse, beat up a bunch of children, as one does. But I don't much enjoy Pinnacle Rock just because. Hey, Bill has returned. Welcome back to the Strimstram. We're making plenty of progress. I'm currently doing the New Wave Bossa Nova side quest, because that's always fun. And we just need to do Pinnacle Rock, and then we've done it. And we've got the seahorse as well. Because I found the pictograph box, and I already forget where it was.
Howdy, Hexagons.
Oh my goodness, it's Juff.
'Tis I.
How you been?
'Tis... gay?
Good.
How are you?
Ambiguous.
Reasonable.
Good talk.
Yes.
So,
Hi, I'm Yes. Yes?
The randomizer is going well. Not that you
Oh,
asked,
good.
but still.
No, that's part of how you're going, I think. I am presently not at the computer. I am far away from it with a cord. So, because I gotta do something, and then I will be back to it in a bit.
Okay. Everyone is here for some reason. This is good.
Well, good.
It's like real-life Smash Brothers, except I don't much care for smashing the brothers.
Don't smash the brothers. They're your friends.
Precisely so. And over on the TessHex Discord server, we have a chat specifically for memes, and one person keeps finding... I don't remember if it is the same person, but people keep posting the Smash Brothers characters organized by various things, and one of them was sexuality, and all I remember from that video is that Yoshi commits gay fraud. As a distinctly ambiguous male, I feel called out.
Yeah. The gays commit fraud. It's gay fraud. That's good. That's a way to live your life.
And I feel like everything's gonna be fine.
It is. It's all gonna be okay.
Well, that's good.
It is.
Yeah!
Yum.
I don't remember how many eels there are.
This is my new AU. It's where Link yells instead of "ya," he just yells "yum."
I'm okay with this.
Every time he's doing swords.
It's like the headcanon that the Justice Child from Undertale was only capable of saying yeehaw and nothing else.
That's just me, actually. Did you know that I made a cameo in Undertale, and that's me?
Excellent.
It's the secrets. It's the secret.
There are many secrets in the game, but that is the secret. It's the hot new one.
The secret.
Oh. Something that blew my mind as a child, even though you could only see 6 indentations on the map, there are more than 6 indentations in this actual place. Because they're layered on top of each other and stuff.
Well, that's rude of it.
Yeah, putting more game into my game.
How dare. That's too much. That's too much.
Indeed. And have I missed one, or will the seahorse and the sea egg be in the same sea hole?
That's a whole sentence. Tessellating hexagons.
It is things I could say.
It's a whole one.
Can I... Eel? Eel? Okay, there we go.
There's eels in Ocarina?
It's more likely than you think.
Eels in my ocarina? You try to play the ocarina and an eel just comes out of it.
Excellent. Oh, got a heart piece, which was supposed to be a heart piece anyway, so that's good. Well, I mean, it's average as far as the randomizer is concerned, but still.
Aw, darn, I got what was supposed to be here.
How dare. And
Where's the originality?
I headcanon that these seahorses are just gay, and there's no reason for that.
Well, that's good. They, you know, sometimes in your seahorse life, you just gotta.
It's like gotta go fast, but it's gotta gay fast.
Yes! Indeed.
Like, instead of speed dating, it's speed gating.
Speed gating. Sounds like you're pausing things. I feel like you're putting gates.
It's like it's like speed bumps, but they slow down the car because people have to get out of the car to open the gate and then drive through it.
Speed gating is what you would do in a game where you are playing as someone who is actually trying to foil Sonic the Hedgehog by strategically placing gates and closing them as he comes close.
I mean, bearing in mind how many ROM hacks there are of the original trilogy, that if that isn't already a thing, it could be made.
Give me speed gating, the Sonic the Hedgehog gay foiling simulator.
And if it happens, but then it ends up being problematic, then it'll be Speedgate Gate.
Yes! That took me a second to parse, but yes! 100%. I love it. Yeet that sentence right up into the sky and give it a nickname, a fond nickname, and tuck it into bed. Don't know where that was going.
I can live with it quite happily for the rest of my life.
Right.
I'll carry it to my grave. I will die.
Someday.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. You could just not die.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Just don't die.
Just don't die. And the babies paid me.
The babies.
It's like I would say a reverse abortion, but like we made them give birth and then they paid us.
I'm scared of that.
Sometimes
I'm
words leave my
afraid.
face, and we don't know what to do with them.
We just don't know.
Now I'm going to go into the bomb shop and buy a piece of paper disguised as a bag.
That's a true and valid approach to take. Sometimes you gotta paper.
It won't let me.
Sometimes you gotta Tess, you gotta paper.
But it won't let me.
Oh no.
Why is the randomizer eggs? That's two things now it won't let me get anymore.
Oh no. Randomizer, let Tess eggs. Let Tess egg.
Meow.
Randomizer, allow Tess egg. Okay, Alexa, play Tess egg.
It just plays the me channel music. This isn't where I meant to harass the tingle.
I'm just thinking about how terrifying it would be if there was just a function on one of those like home assistants where you say, "Hey, play," and then like a person's name, and it just plays their like internal monologue. Like,
I'm still very fond of like, the more dramatically upscaled the better, but like, get a collection of Roombas, hide them under various surfaces in your house, and then just have a function for Alexa, release the Roombas. And then just from every corner, just...
You have to also tape knives to them.
Oh, of course. Which reminds me of, there was someone who was, like, good at programming and stuff, and they wanted to get their Roomba to stop bumping into things, and so, like, they trained it on, like, a neural network and put, like, these pads on it so it knew it was bumping into stuff, and the Roomba solved this problem by just driving everywhere backwards.
Oh god, I've seen like a document full of like that particular type of like robotics and AI like problem solving in the wrong way. Where it's stuff like they're trying to train an AI to like identify poisonous versus non-poisonous plants. So they show it photos of plants, and at the end, you know, they look at like, okay, so like what traits did it figure out from these photos to like to decide whether or not these things were right or wrong. And what it had discovered was that, okay, these are presented to me in a poisonous, non-poisonous, poisonous, non-poisonous alternating fashion, and so it literally just learned to get things right by like saying yes and no alternating. It's like didn't account for that, huh? You fools.
Failure.
Human beings.
Really puts the error in human error, and also the human in human error.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when you go outside and it's raining body parts. It's human. Go and build a human.
It's
Now, what was I doing?
It's gotta have that flesh rain.
The best kind.
It's a kind.
I mean,
What were you doing?
it's better than blood. Sometimes.
I guess. Depends on your preferences, I would say.
And, like,
Depends on your personal preference.
when you get, like, Bible passages and stuff saying, oh, it's gonna rain blood and there'll be blood in the river, does it specify what type, or is it just a mixture of, like, oh, there's a bit of A, B, a bit of C?
a bit of snake blood.
A bit of O negative, or no for short.
On. A bit of OP blood. A bit of overpowered fucking Saiyan blood.
Bit of ketchup.
It's someone like tastes it. Oh man, you know what? Vampires would have a field day.
Just, yeah.
But what if it is a bad mix and the vampire has like a really specific taste for like a certain type of blood?
Well, I guess that would be like garlic bread, but instead of garlic bread, it's just bread.
That's, I guess. I think asking about what type of blood it will rain is a very questionable question, because you might be a vampire.
Also,
Is my new suspicion.
if you ask what type of blood it will rain, then that implies you're a bit too prepared and you may have plans.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, for that matter, in that song from, like, whichever decade it was, It's Raining Men, can you harvest them? Like, are they valid people, or are they just, like, the shells of men you can then harvest for gain and, like, organs for the black market like, blood and...
Well, counter question, if it's raining men, then can the men, you know how, like, if it rains on, you know, your farm, then you don't have to water your farm. So if it rains men on your farm, then can do the men fertilize the crops? I know the answer is yes eventually, but...
It got better.
The answer is almost always yes eventually.
And the thing is, I know you're going for the inevitability of death, but they could also just poop.
That's true. I thought they would already be dead.
Ah, let the bodies hit the floor. It's the same song.
Oh no! Hoo-hoo. Oh no! Fear. Fear.png.
As opposed to lost.jpg. Emphasis on
Yeah,
the P.
that's... Lost... Sloss... I don't know where that words
Attempts have been made.
Okay. This is sorted. I've sorted my things so I can get back to the computer now, which means I can actually visually see what's happening. So that's good.
Yes.
I just sorted laundry because I needed to do that, and then I saw that you were doing a stream, so I wanted to also be here. This is multitasking.
Efficiency.
I'm efficiency.
Efficiency 5 pickaxe.
How dare you accuse me of pickaxe?
Not just any pickaxe, but specifically the old pickaxe, which is closed as of my most recent recording of Night in the Woods.
Wait, there's... Oh, wait, it's... Wait, huh?
I'm on the epilogue day.
Wait, there's a Majora's randomizer?
Oh, yes.
Is that a recent thing? Because I thought that they, like, couldn't... That they were having trouble figuring out the fucking logic for it.
Yeah, though it is, like, released in, like, the past month or so. And, like, it is still kind of fucky. They're still working out the bugs. Like, you can get, like, the Giant's wallet and then the Adult's wallet, and that will downgrade you.
Oh, weird.
There's not much in the... Like, you can't have true random as the, like, tunic color. Like, you have to manually define it. There are a couple of alternative character models. You can have... Ocarina of Time Link, Adult Link, or Cafe, however you want to say it, it's up to you.
Coffee.
And...
Huh.
There's a couple other weirdnesses to it.
What?
Like...
Have you had a big issue yet?
One on my previous seed, and then, like, one mini one on this seed. Because oh, it's a music randomizer as well, by the way. And it mixes in music from Ocarina of Time, Star Fox 64, or Lilac Wars as it was known over here, I think Breath of the Wild and Super Mario 64, and possibly others as well.
Ooh. That's fun.
But some of them sound weird because they're being, like, compressed into the Majora's Mask sound font, and that's like, you can't change the sound font, it's very difficult to do.
Ah. Oh, huh. So, you actually have to, like, make it, like, be compatible with the...
I mean, the randomizer handles it. It's just, you end up with songs played on weird instruments. It's like, at the moment, I've got the Forest Temple music from Ocarina of Time, but it's played, like, basically, the, you know the weird part of the Forest Temple song?
I don't know it well enough to know the weird part.
Well, that's being played on the, like, the beach music from the Great Bay Temple music.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's like on those instruments?
Yes. Also, I lowered the pillar, but didn't I need to have it up? Or did I not?
Sometimes you gotta be up, and then you gotta be down, and then you gotta be up, and then you gotta be down, and then you gotta spin all around, and there's... this is not a reference to anything.
Okay.
I just said words.
Yes, you did.
Sometimes you gotta.
And Blackquill is trying to leave, but it won't turn up in the chat, so I had to disappear and then reappear. Yeah, I feel like I needed the pillar to be up, and it was down when I was last here. So... Okay, that's quite a way back. Yay, save states. Oh, the thing that I approved in the chat actually got approved into the stream this time.
You mean like a comment that needed approval?
Yeah.
Ah. That's good.
Yeah, a couple other strange things with the randomizer. Like, for one, obviously, like, quest items, like the Anju and Cafe side quest, very unusual. Key sanity is a thing, and, like, you can find small keys anywhere in the world, and they do get reset every time you reset the cycle.
Ooh, that's...
And also, if you choose Cafe, him, as your character model, then...
Cafe.
Then all instances of what would normally be Cafe are replaced with Link's character model. So it's now the Link and Anju side quest.
Oh, that's amazing. Hi.
but Cafe's mask is still Cafe's mask. So you can have Cafe wear a second copy of his own face.
Good. So I mean, sometimes that's just gotta be. Sometimes you gotta become yourself by putting your face on your face.
I mean, what could be more validating than double face?
Yeah. Exactly.
I fell face first into a skull.
Oh no!
Come to think of it, if you were to headbutt a skull, that's just like two heads trying to head. No, I fell! This is not okay!
Don't fall. Don't be a fallen. Be a ballin'. Be baller.
I mean, that's the other way of getting through this room.
That's the Goron way.
Or I could just hookshot, because that chest is still there. So, while this is key sanity, so like all the small keys are randomized throughout the world, the chest in this room still had a Snowhead Temple small key in it. Which is unlikely, but here we are.
Ah.
So I'm having a good time. Having a good time.
Having a good time. Having a good...
Boop.
Hell yeah. Have a good time.
Trademark. As opposed to Donut County, have a garbage day. I streamed that and it was good.
Yee.
There are holes and raccoons, and also people who aren't raccoons falling into the hole. And I feel like if you're not familiar with it, then you'd like it. And if you are familiar with it, then you probably like it.
I'm sorry, with what is it?
Donut County.
I'm not familiar with it, but I will look it up right now.
Okay, it's like reverse Katamari.
So you're... Huh.
Like, instead of a ball, it's a hole. And the hole gets bigger the more hole.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen, like, GIFs of this, but I have not, actually played it.
It's good. And I streamed it and used it as an excuse to voice act so many voice acts.
Hell yeah.
Heck yak.
Ooh. Actually, add it to wish list. Yeah.
I feel like maybe the whole moving of the pillar wasn't necessary after all. Well, whatever. We're here now. I can get the boss key, even though I already have the boss key. Oh, also, the boss key for Woodfall Temple, so the first temple in the game, the boss key for that is in the chest in Anju's bedroom, which you can only get to during the last 6 hours of the game. Like,
Oh,
so,
no.
in this stream, probably, I will need to break into her room, get the key, go to Woodfall Temple, which I already cleared out at the start of this stream. I've got all the stray fairies and everything.
Like, and do you have the halftime speed spell?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. The other songs also randomized?
Yes, you can set them to be randomized with items, or you can...
How do you have it?
I have it so that they're randomized alongside the items, yes.
Well, good thing you have that song!
I think it starts you with that and the Song of Healing by default, but still. In fact, the only songs I'm missing now are the Elegy of Emptiness and the Oath to Order. So I can't go to the moon, and I can't climb Stone Tower, but then again, hey, Lucas is back. Lucas is the one that likes Cucumber Quest, yay.
Hey!
I know nothing about
Lucas.
Cucumber Quest, but I still appreciate it.
It's good webcomic.
So I've been told.
It's good webcomic.
I have no reason to disbelieve this.
It's good. You better believe it.
Okay.
It's Naruto time now.
Okay.
I found out about like approximately yesterday that the Kakashi was 26. That's the teacher.
Age is strange. As
He's...
as
He's
it is.
not...
On several occasions this year, I've asked my parents, wait, am I turning 23 this year? And I am. I keep forgetting.
Hey! Hey!
Also,
That's fun.
on a note that has nothing to do with anything, Logo TV, the American TV people, have apparently lost the rights to Eurovision, so that at first
Have
seems like
they?
a bad thing because that means they can't broadcast it and commentate over it anymore, but it's a good thing because they kept geo-blocking all Eurovision content in America, so that means that starting this year,
Ooh.
you could potentially watch the live stream of Eurovision as it happens.
Ooh!
It's yet another good year.
Oh, yeehaw! 2019. I like the number 19, and I am correct.
Okay. Numbers are valid numbers.
Yeah.
Or ye. The most primal of emotions.
Yes. Are masks also randomized?
Yep.
Ho ho ho.
I know there is some way of cheesing this boss as well, where like if you stand in just the right spot, then God will just stand still and you can just shoot him with like fire arrows or something, but like... don't take this one thing away from me.
Sometimes you gotta not be cheese.
You know,
Sometimes you gotta have the beans instead.
sometimes I feel I've got to run away.
Or run towards.
Yes. Ah, backwards. Sideways. Everything's wrong. Pinball. Pachinko. Babies.
That's my grandfather's name. Pinball Pachinko.
Please, Sans Undertale was my father.
Call me Sans Deltarune.
Oh no.
Oh, I love that.
Please, Sans Undertale was my grandfather. Call me Sans Alter Nude. It's his After Dark account.
Sans rental do.
Oh.
Tundra eel! I forgot that one. And ultra need. Sans ultra need is the After Dark fanon version of Sans. It's Sans LaRudenet.
And the other thing that's appearing in my head is just reminder of that one guy in Night in the Woods who just sort of sits in the tunnel and recites bad poetry and tunnel fishes home.
Who?
Bad poetry, dear.
Wait, where?
You know well, I kept calling it the pierogi stand, but the pretzel underground guy who's fishing next to there. He recites poetry that makes no sense, and one of them is something to do with... he tries to rhyme home with storm, and it comes out as home, and May does a little sketch in her thing of it, and is like, honey, I'm home, and it's just a fish in a hat and tie.
Wait, where? Like, like in Deltarune? Or...
Night in the Woods.
Oh, in Night in the no, yes, okay, yes, yes. Like, just didn't... I can't... Just didn't switch brains.
Fair enough.
I didn't swap out my brain. Sometimes you gotta... Stop trying to get up on the sign. Sometimes you gotta open up your head and swap out your brain. Because the current one is inadequate. And you need a new one.
Also, I have absolutely no need to be, like, doing the infinite sword glitch. I just want to prove that I can. He says.
What is infinite sword glitch?
Where you have infinite swords.
Oh, is it like this sword that you can just have this sword for a long time?
Like, it's constantly stuck in attack mode, even when you're idly holding it, and it's
oh,
like
so it's like a graphical glitch, or it's...
It's like a good starting point for other glitches, like bomb hovering, but literally all I can do is just the infinite sword glitch itself.
Well, that's reasonable.
And, like, now, like, I trained on a sign, and I've done it on this sign before, and now that I'm trying to do it on command, on camera, it's just not happening.
No, of course. I mean, that's the curse.
I mean, I need to get this practice in anyway, so...
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Alas, I'm just bad at it.
I mean, that's...
Whatever, I give up.
Alright. That's reasonable.
Also, I'm just now fully appreciating the Naruto pun in the chat, so... Terrible.
The...
Illegal.
It's gotta be illegal sometimes.
Sometimes you're just not allowed.
It's the dark net now.
Oh, that reminds me.
Where we get Ant Dueler. Sorry, continue.
I don't remember if I shared it on the, like, on Discord, but, well, first of all, there was the predictive text Eurovision review that I did, where I had a review written entirely by predictive text, and then I performed it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, by the people who made the Botnik predictive text thing, they once did Bitcoin as explained by an AI, and it's just glorious.
Oh my god.
If you want to learn more about how to hack the next big wave of money, I teach a masterclass on top of the shortest mountain in China. Thank you for all your email addresses. You may now unplug the internet. That's how it ends. Now, I should probably do the Goron racetrack, and I don't want to because it's unfun and not necessarily the easiest of times, and I don't have infinite
No fun
magic.
allowed.
Precisely. For some reason, I thought that was going to be another anagram of Deltarune.
It's,
Fun value must always be 0.
Oh, sorry, and turd eel.
Oh.
Relate done.
Huh. Yes. Haha, yes. Cool and good.
A nerd loot.
Oh.
That's just the ocarina.
It could be a D&D item, like the angry shoes.
It's just... Why are the... Okay, but why are the angry shoes a loot? I want to know now. Can you tippity tap those strings?
But of course.
Oh, Bard with tap shoes as their bardic focus would be really good.
Just reminds me of the dance ability in Wonder Song, which I've only played about, like, I don't know, like I've done the pigeon.
Ooh. Did you done?
Like, I've done the second spirit thing. I don't know how.
Oh, okay.
Like the thing that happens after you get the band together in that one place.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. That's a funky one. I played Wander Song. It's good. Recently. But I'm sorry, what were you saying? What were you... Oh yeah, no, the dances are good. I found out afterwards that I missed two of them, and I need to go get them.
Also, the race music is just the music box house music. So this is good.
Yeah.
A farewell to Gibdos, or as I like to call it, fuck off. The song. Fuck off the musical. Persisting is not allowed. This fits better than it should. Bearing in mind, I've had previous randomized seeds. Well, I've done one previous seed on here, where like all of the Goron cheering just drowns out the music anyway. So this is the one time I've actually been able to hear the music.
Oh, do they quiet the Goron cheering?
It would seem not.
Huh.
See, when I first encountered it, I thought that for some reason the Goron's cheering was just the instrument that it was playing the song on. No, it's just bad.
Oh my god, allowing bumping in this race looks very annoying.
It's horrendula.
Ugh.
But I won first try anyway. This gave me so much
Oh.
trouble when I did it on my first seed, which I didn't stream. Can I have gold
good
dust?
thing you're doing this seed now.
Oh no!
What's wrong?
The prize was one of the small keys in Stone Tower.
Is that... Oh no! Does that mean you have to do it again? Or can you like... Is there any way you can get to Stone Tower and like just use it on the first door?
I
Just
don't
so
have
you
ice
can-
arrows, so technically, and I don't have the Elegy of Emptiness either. So yeah, there's no way I could get to Stone Tower in the near future.
Oh my god. Wait, so here's a question. Once you use a key on a door, does it still reset or does it...
It still gets reset when you reset the cycle.
Oh my god.
Everything is sad.
Oh,
Fortunately,
no.
I think...
Wait, so how have you done all of Forest Temple, like, except the boss key?
I did it all in this cycle.
Oh, I see. So you're gonna do that this cycle. I see. That's a
Also-
maker in sense.
Have I just narrowly missed the window for sneaking into Cafe's cafe?
I
Surprisingly
hope not.
He just fell in from the ceiling, that was good. So, we have bright pink Link wearing the Keaton mask. There he
I'm
is.
subtle! I'm good at hiding!
We're talking to Link. Green hat, green clothes, congratulations, you got them all wrong!
Oh no, I'm seeing this clip of the Link walking in with the Keaton mask. It's very ominous, this like zoomed in. Green hat, green clothes. No, he's talking about what he wants. He wants his green hat and green clothes back. He's...
This is all...
You're not Cafe.
Everything is wrong.
Ugh.
Now, he's giving us a pendant. That was the Oath to Order. We can now go to the moon. We can't go to the moon because I've only beaten one boss. Which I forgot to mark on the tracker until just now. But yeah,
Oath to
that
Order.
happened. I guess then, if I come back to here on like on the next day, it should be open and I can get whatever the Keaton mask turned into and also the whatever the priority mail was turned into as well. There's two more items we can get from that just because Kefi let us into our hearts. Let us into our hearts. Let us into our own hearts. Welcome, I am me. Oh, I could have done the Honey and Darling shop and then I didn't. Well, that's going to be a thing for another cycle.
Oh. Honey shop?
They do mini games. They would all be fun to do in real life, but they're very not practical. You know, like Basket Bomb.
Ah. I didn't know there was rain and also umbrellas in this game.
This game is full of umbrellas. Have you never used the umbrella mask? It protects you from when it's raining sideways, but only in one direction.
And only on one part of your body, which is your face.
Yes. Well, why would anything else need to be protected from moist?
Huh? I also love that these kids, the bomber group kid, the whatever they are, they're like, there's like 5 of them, but like because you are a person who happens to know their code, they'll just like let you in. They're like, one of us must have given you the code.
Also, I just used bombs to get more bombs. So, you know, figure that one out.
Sometimes... Sometimes you gotta increase bomb. Sometimes you gotta blow up to blow up, if you know what I mean.
Disturbingly, yes. Hey, you broke into our house. Have a key. Funnily enough, another stone tower key.
Oh no.
But the problem with Stone Tower Temple in general, anyway, is that, like, you need to do at least a chunk of the temple anyway just to have access to the boss door in the first place. So, it's gonna suck no matter what.
Oh dear.
Also, it's not quite 5 PM yet. Let me into the post place. Oh, he's going into the post place. I got lucky.
Let me in! Let me in!
He goes through the door, currently out delivering mail. Bitch, you just got home! And the music in here is Cool Cool Mountain. So in my first randomized run, I had to do this without the bunny hood. Well, I didn't have to. But I chose to, because I didn't have the bunny hood.
Does the bunny hood also make you faster in Ocarina of Time, or is that not a thing?
It's just in Majora's Mask.
Oh, okay.
Oh, an entire heart container. Sure. Now, one thing that I must praise the randomizer for is, also apparently Niels has gone to sleep. Well, okay, that was probably ages ago. But
Oh, good night.
did you say good knife?
Now that you've suggested it, yes.
Okay.
And it was 4 minutes ago.
Oh. Also, now that I have the upgraded bomb bag, does that... That will be why I couldn't buy the... Maybe now that I know... Like, now that I have that bomb bag upgrade, maybe now it'll let me buy the bomb bag, which is actually the ocean title deed in disguise. Please? Please?
Yes.
No,
I hope so.
it won't let me.
Oh no.
Everything is sad. It's okay,
That's
broken too then.
darn, that's the opposite of the Lego Movie song.
Nothing isn't unawesome.
That's the
It's too opposite.
yeah, that's the opposite of the opposite.
There's too many opposites. It's like, every time I deposit money, he gives me 100 more money. Why can't banks really be like this? I'll put that money straight back in, and then he'll recognize that I have over 1,000. Ah, he didn't give it to me twice. Okay. Maybe it's just once per cycle then. Or whatever. Okay, the thing I was going to say is, the good thing about the randomizer is, with this one, you can do the beach spider house on any day, and that being said, I would, but it's nearly nighttime, and as it is, I've already missed the first night in the graveyard again. So, well, last time I missed it because I didn't have Epona's song and or the captain's hat, so that's understandable, but this time I just plain forgot. But then again, in the last stream of this seed, I kept forgetting to get the Bremen mask, or, well, whatever the Bremen mask would be randomized into, because, like, there's no excuse for that, because it's just, go to the place and talk to the guy. And I didn't, but I did it in this stream. I don't remember what I got, but I think it was a heart piece.
Well, that's good.
Like, earlier
Heart
on,
pieces don't reset, right?
nah.
Oh, that's good.
But earlier on, like, the prize for literally everything was just one singular bomb tube.
Oh no.
And
Well, at least you've got those out of the way.
yeah, and it was even worse in the previous stream, because before I had the bomb bag, it would give me one singular bomb tube, and then it wouldn't even let me use it because you need the bomb bag in order to use it in the first place.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was about to go and start on the Ocean Spider House, but I may as well just do this here, otherwise I'll forget. And I'm hoping that I can hookshot over to the underside of the first grave from the second grave, but we'll have to see.
We will shall see.
We will shall must seeing.
Yes.
Also, you gotta love how in Majora's Mask specifically, Keese and Bad Bats are two separate enemies.
What's the difference?
Functionally none, they just have a different name.
So Keese are good bats.
Or at the very least, they're the chaotic neutral.
Lawfully. Yeah, thank you. Oh, skeleton! Oh, I love the skeletons.
They are good boys. Now, I'm hoping that I can hookshot through here, but I can't, because I know there's a torch over there, so why is the torch not here? Oh, I can't collect them with my sword. This isn't linked to the past. Well,
Oh.
Stone Mask, Lens of Truth. This is another thing that I did without the Lens of Truth that I needed the Lens of Truth for the last time I did this. Now, I suppose I could bomb hover to get through the graves, but... Oh, everything's sad. So, in Eurovision 2016, Belarus wanted to perform naked surrounded by wild wolves. He was told he was not allowed to do this, but this was at least referenced by the hosts of the show, and that involved one of them, who, like the guy who won the contest the previous year, rolling up on stage on a Segway, wearing nothing but holding like a wolf plushie, covering his modesty, and all he said was, "Yeah," and then he rolled away again. And the other host acted like she hadn't even seen. Like, I'd find it funny, but why?
That's the thing to do. That's the way to go.
It's the correct reaction.
Yeah. Oh, it's Pillar. It's Axe.
It's
Man.
A whole can of Axe body spray, except we call it Lynx in this country. Can I please have a heart piece? I ran into the Axe a couple of times.
Give heart peace.
Or it could give me
me some
Romani's mask, that works too.
What does that one do?
I can go into the milk bar. Wink.
Ah, the milk bar.
Where they serve milk to adults. This isn't your child's milk. I would say this isn't your daddy's milk, but no.
Is milk bar just like a thing in Zelda games? Because it's also in Phantom Hourglass, but that's the only place I had seen it until right now.
I think it's in Link to the Past as well.
Ah.
The thing is,
Link is not allowed to drink milk. See, Link is actually just lactose intolerant, and everybody can detect it. And so, actually, that's Link benefits from Moo Moo milk. That's incorrect.
I wish that milk bars were a thing in the real world, like actual, like they specialize in various milks.
That would be neat.
Maybe
I've
cheese
never
as well.
had more than cheese bar, milk cheese bar.
Because like, I enjoy milk, but I feel bad about drinking it because we put milk in tea because that's how English tea works, and like if I have a glass of milk, that's like several cups of tea that can't be had because the milk has been used.
Wait, because you can't.
You can't use one milk twice.
Wait, do you have milk in like small pack? Like you don't just have a carton of milk?
Well, we have the like plastic jugs.
So it's like a special milk?
Well, no, it's just we have a finite amount of it.
Okay.
We don't have an infinite cow.
Do you mean you feel bad if you have like the last milk?
I just feel bad if I have milk at all because then we'll have fewer milk for when next tea.
You can have milk! You can have milk. Milk also goes in coffee, and I don't feel bad about drinking milk, probably mostly because I don't drink coffee at all. So that's a bad example.
Whereas we drink tea all the goddamn time.
I have had tea occasionally, but I don't think ever with milk. Is it like a different kind of... Is it like the same... What kinds of tea do you put milk in?
Normal tea, as opposed to herbal tea.
Okay, so not herbal tea. Like you would... Okay.
So like, English breakfast tea, other types of breakfast tea, Earl Grey...
Green tea?
No.
I don't know if that counts as herbal. Is that herbal?
Yes, it's... Herbal with an H.
Oh, sorry.
You wacky Americans. It's like, you know those things that you hang up in, like, babies to make them be like, oh, there's stuff. If you had one of those, but instead of, like, planes and birds, it was various herbs and spices, it would be a herbal mobile, and I feel like Americans wouldn't pronounce it that way at all. Herbal mobile.
Herbal mobile. It's my phone company, Herbal Mobile.
Excellent.
I've never... Breakfast tea?
Well, that's what it's called. You can have it anytime.
Tea.
I guess...
English breakfast tea.
As opposed to Irish coffee, which for some ungodly reason isn't coffee. It's like alcohol or something.
No, yeah, I looked up breakfast tea and it's literally like the result is English breakfast tea. Like it's not breakfast tea, it's English breakfast tea.
We
and
invented
it's a traditional
tea.
one.
It doesn't grow here naturally, but we invented it.
You made it. You own it. You put taxes somewhere that's the only thing that we ever learned is that there were taxes and the US was mad about it and then we became the US.
And as I recall, it was mostly just like Britain was like funding something to make sure that they won some conflict and they ran out of money, and the solution was tax the fuck out of the Americans. And America was like, wait, that's bad. And then France gave their money to America, which meant that France was now broke. And then that led to the other revolution where they were like, wait, why are they wearing nice clothes? They're poor like us.
Why are they allowed to have nice things?
Which of course meant that they went to war with themselves, and then themselves had to get involved, which made them even poorer. That's history. Everyone is poor forever.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
That's
You've been getting a lot of gold skulltulas from the skulltulas.
Who would have guessed?
Also, I like that you, instead of collecting coins, there's ghosts in this game. You get the spider ghost.
Oh, but of course. I feel like if the gold skulltulas played a more prominent role. Also, that skulltula up there behind that web that I just burned, that's the one that you can't get without fire arrows. Like, everything else you can get with, like, really fancy trick shots and stuff, which I had to do on my previous randomizer run. But that one is impossible to get without fire arrows, and that's sucking fucks. Yeah, I feel like if the gold skulltulas played a more prevalent role in this game, there would definitely be a gold skulltula mask, and it would just be, like, a gold skulltula but, like, face-hugging. And it can allow you to
Oh, that's fun.
sense spiders. It gives you spidey sense. That's not copyrighted, right?
I don't know if the concept of spidey sense is copyrighted specifically. But it might be... Well, no, I guess there's like an automatic copyright on like ideas, right? Like that have been published.
Intellectual property in Shazam. And Shazam.
Yeah, that one. And there's so many spiders.
There's 30. And if this ends up being a small key as well, then there will be sadness. And I would say it can't be, but no, there is still one stone tower key unaccounted for. If this ends up being that, then there will be supreme sadness.
Do spider ghosts reset?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
That's one way of putting it. And I'm the one playing the game.
I've played very little Majora's Mask, and it's mostly because I'm afraid of timers.
The funny thing is, so am I. Like, in Sonic Adventure 2, there are several levels that are just automatically timed, and as a child, I was like afraid of, I don't want to do any levels in case the time runs out, and it's like, beat this 2.5-minute level in 8 minutes. But what if I can't? Trust me, honey, you can.
That's a good timer.
It's the one up in the rafters. The one that schloobles back and
Majora's
forth.
Mask keeps stealing all of your things. The time gods keep thieving.
Evil. I knew time was evil. Ever since Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared too.
That darn clock, he did it. Oh my god, that spider is like in the corner of the wall? That's terrifying.
I don't even know what Shazam is apart from the app that hears things for you.
I don't know what that is at all.
But I feel like the most disconcerting thing about the Skulltulas in this game is that some of them can move. In the previous game, that was not a thing, and now they can just sort of waddle back and forth, and like, they're completely harmless, and they're even, like, the regular Skulltulas are ugly as fuck, but the gold ones kind of don't look that bad. And they're even more endearing ever since the incident with Mr. Single in the Ocarina of Time randomizer.
Mr. Single?
Yeah, I was streaming it. I think Alex was the only other one on the call, and one of the spiders in Gerudo Valley, I just got up to it and I'm like, oh, it's Mr. Single, and we just died laughing, because it was Mr. Single, the spider.
It's... That's good. Are the tokens not randomized, or are you just having like an insane luck?
Much as I'd like to say it's insane luck, the token sanity is not yet a thing, but good god, can you imagine if they added that in?
Oh
like,
my goodness.
Skull sanity, great fairy sanity. Bearing in mind, you know, how the stray fairies work in this game, if you're familiar.
Oh yeah, they give you like additional stuff, right?
Well,
like the magic.
Yeah, but you need to collect 15 of them of the same color, and that they're all hidden within one dungeon each per color.
Oh, like that kind of fairies. Oh, like... Oh no. Oh no.
And I'm just the kind of masochist to put myself through that. That said, I probably wouldn't stream it if they did an updated version of this randomizer, because like I've done randomizers into the ground. My next gaming-related Patreon video is going to be about randomizers, but of course that's going up to the patrons later this month. And when that goes up to my Patreon patrons, then I'll be releasing my Night in the Woods video to the public, because I did a Patreon review of Night in the Woods.
Nice.
Even though I'm still like 3 episodes away at least from finishing that series here, but still. I'm just going to make a note of this on my notes page.
Good. I've never seen this guy who's just sitting at the table.
Thing is, have I fulfilled my duties? Yeah, sure. Explodes! Little bit extra, but okay.
So wait, if you say no, does he like just repeat it
Yeah,
or something?
like he just sort of hangs
okay.
around. If you say that they're free to go, then they'll just die.
They just want to pass on.
Well, that's true.
So if you don't have this mask, then will they just attack you?
I think they just sit there and not acknowledge you at all, which is really polite.
Huh. Well, they're doing research for the captain.
Have you ever seen what happens if you try wearing the captain's hat when fighting the guy in Ekana Canyon, who the one who gives you the elegy of emptiness? Because he's like, "Oh, Captain Keita, but wait, you're so tiny!" And then he carries on fighting.
Oh.
Like the mask nearly works, and then it doesn't.
Oh. You're so tiny.
Because the real Captain Keita is the giant style child who's like, you have to fight.
Yeah,
race.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's the biggin. You gotta run real fast to beat his big legs.
And when I played this game as a youth, it took me entirely too many to realize that when he says, "You must race me," what he actually means is, you have to chase after me and attack me and then fight me. Because as a child, on several occasions, I tried outrunning him to the end, and I didn't understand why that wasn't working.
Yeah, if he says race, I would assume there was a race.
You have to keep up
I don't
with
know
him
that
and fight him as well.
Oh. He's like, race to the death!
I mean, that's basically what it is. And in this particular randomizer seed, I believe the prize for that was a heart container. So he loved me for it. And he's so polite as well, because like when you beat him in a fight, he's like, "Wait, I concede it is my loss, you win." And I'm like, oh, he's a polite boy.
He's polite! He do he best.
And also, with these containers, the ones that have a black circle on top are the only ones that have spider inside. And I still need to do the most horrifying thing in this entire area, but first I'm going to talk to the children in case the horrifying thing kills them. You there. Tell me your stories, child. I was going to say chair child, and I forgot the chair part. So, again, just tabbing out to make notes of this on a piece of paper. Well, a virtual piece of paper, a notepad file. Fake paper. Secret paper.
See, hidden paper. I love these skeletons. They're so friendly, and I love that they're rocking back and forth. I've never seen this before.
Also, they kind of look like they have the same skeletal structure, more or less, as Dry Bones is from the Mario. Because they got that head.
Oh.
It's like Dry Bones in a hula skirt.
Bowser fired them, and then the captain got them and hired them, and pays them more.
Dead money.
That reminds me of, have you seen any of Unraveled?
I have seen a bit of it, and it looks interesting, but it's not on anything I can play, so...
Well, I mean, I have watched it on things that I have, never played in my life, and it's still entertaining.
Side note, here's the worst thing you can do here. I mean, you have to do it, but it's just horrifying. Just, blech.
Gah. I mean, there's one that's just on Sonic. I actually highly recommend that. It's good. Sonic Bible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think it's like every Sonic game is blasphemous, and then it just proves that every Sonic game is blasphemous.
I could believe it.
According to the Sonic Bible.
Also, now, this is randomized in every playthrough anyway, so in this case, the blue mask is completely irrelevant, and also the code is just yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green.
Huh.
How dare it be so uncreative?
Yeah, you gotta, it's just trying to do a holiday. or a traffic light. It's trying to have a traffic holiday, Tess.
Merry cheese. I don't know if I ever actually got to the point of this earlier, because, like, I know I kept trying to think it and then getting distracted. Wet Lucas. Dry Lucas. As moist as an unhatched skeleton. But yeah, normally, you have to do this side dungeon, like the whole Skulltula thing, on the first day, otherwise you get a different prize that's like a red rupee, but I believe they took that out in the randomizer, so...
Wait, did the skeletons just Stalfos just sent? Sorry, did the Stalfos just respawn like when you leave and come back into a room?
Yep, just in case you accidentally murder them.
Aww, they're like trying to pass on. You walk back into a room and they're like, "Hey, wait, do you need anything else?" Climbs back up through the ground. Hey. This guy is confused. He's so confused, he hands you 50 rupees.
See, from what he was saying, like, I sort of skimmed through the text, but it kind of looked like, oh, this is the day 2 reward, but, like, that's usually a red rupee, so I feel like that is still hit by the randomizer, so it ain't no thing. Now, I mean, I've just consented to warping to Zora Cave, because I was thinking, oh, I could at least make a start and grab a temple, but I don't have ice arrows, so there's literally
Never
nothing
warp without... Never warp without consent.
Correct.
Sorry.
But,
please continue.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do in there that I haven't already done without ice arrows, so I guess I'm gonna go to the milk bar. Which, for some reason, I forgot to mark the remaining mouse on the tracker, but there we go. It's kind of funny, in my first randomizer of this, which I'm making so much reference to, and it's just not even, like, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should speak of other things, but the first time I randomized this, I got the Great Fairy Sword really early on, and also there's a bug where if you get Epona's Song before the bow, and you get on Epona and then back off again, it just deletes your sword. But if you re-get a sword, then it'll give you it back, and if you reset time, it gives you it back as well, so...
It just stole your whole sword.
Yeah, because it, like, equips the bow to the B button. If you don't have a bow, then it's like, oh, I guess you got nothing on the B button, and then when you get off Epona, it doesn't reset, because it's like, oh, well, your B button's empty. Nice big spotlight for the tiny Deku Scrub.
Yeah, he's
This is decidedly not the Ballad of the Windfish, but they call it that anyway.
Huh. Wait, so there's... What does it do in this game? Windfish Song.
It's literally just here for one mask, or in this case, a randomized. That's the... yeah, okay, so giant spotlight for tiny Deku Scrub, tiny spotlight for giant Goron.
Good.
Someone succeeded at size.
You know, the Deku just really wants to shine. Goron is very humble. The Deku really wants to show off that those lungs.
Toot toot.
Also, I love that this dude basically has the like the real life magic equivalent of like that keyboard thing where like you record a piece of it and then you can make that part loop, and then you can do, you know.
Yeah, but he's doing it with.
And
people.
then you can play another thing. But yeah, he's doing it with real people.
This can look so strange when I like finish it up, because we've got 3 links all wearing pink links, plinks if you will, and then
Plinks.
And then just Cafe on the Ocarina, Cafe and the Plinks.
That's the new band.
Beep beep.
Ah, Luigi's being so rude.
And the music in here is I think it's Dire Dire Docks and or Jolly Roger Bay. Either way, it's Mario 64. But there we go. Cafe and the Plinks. They're here for gay rights, hence the pink.
Lesbian rights.
And but I have Tattle's colour scheme set to quote-unquote hot as well, because there's hot, cold, rainbow, which like cycles through colours, which I would put on because it looks cool, but
Ooh.
everyone's doing that, so I wanted something different. So
That's fair.
we have a pig fairy, pink link, cafe, just lesbian rights across the board. Wow! Okay! That was worth it.
What's
The prize, the prize was the Elegy of Emptiness.
Oh!
Not that we can actually get to where it belongs yet, but you know.
What does the Elegy of Emptiness do again?
It's the one that creates Ben.
Wait, no. Wait, what? Wait. I don't actually. I thought I knew who that was, but I don't actually think I know who that is.
You know the one that drowned in that creepypasta?
Oh, Ben. Yes.
What?
Now I do. That's one of like 2 creepypastas I've ever read in my life.
I remember experiencing it ages ago, and like it was good at the time. I'm not gonna go back to it just in case.
That's fair. I don't make a habit of. I read it like a long time ago. I do not make a habit of reading scary stories. I don't need that. I don't need that to be happening in my brain. Thanks.
You're welcome. And the other thing is, like, because of the graphics plugin that I'm using, some things just don't have color when they should. Like the Great Fairy's hair, they're all grey. All of the music notes are grey when they shouldn't be.
Wait, like not because of the randomizer, because of a thing with.
It's because of the graphics plugin.
Huh.
Well, technically the music
Wait,
note
what is
items.
the graphics plug?
Music note items shouldn't even be in here anyway, because that's added in by the randomizer. It's just they're coloured wrongly. Anyway, I'm
wait, why is
because of thing? What?
Sorry, I just like what is the graphics plugin supposed to do?
Well, it's supposed to just give it graphics so you can see, and like there's a bunch of different ones with Project 64, and some of them work better than others. Like some of them work differently. Like the one I used when I was like playing my first seed wasn't even this one. It's just this is the one that I ended up having when I started the stream, and like it's better at some things but worse at other things. Like this one at least shows graphics when it's doing the motion blur thing, whereas the previous one would just cut to black whenever the screen was slightly blurry. Which is very situational, but like that means you can't get graphics in the moon area. You can't
No graphics in the moon.
like the introduction to the fight with Goat, like because the screen's all like blurry and stuff. It's like you just cut to black for a while. But in exchange, at least you could. It didn't have any issues when rendering the. You know how like when the day is about to start, and so the screen gets smaller and smaller. That's the thing. That happens in this game. Well, with this.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah.
With the other graphics plugin, I think that didn't happen at all. And in this one, it's fine just as long as you don't go through a screen transition. Otherwise, you will just get nothing but blackness.
Huh. Well, it's good that that has been fixed.
Yeah.
I'm also curious about how slowly you would have to be... Like, what if you had a video game where the screen just shrank really, really, really slowly as you play? And I'm wondering how slow it would have to be to have, like, the maximum amount of time before someone notices. I guess the answer to that is just as slow as possible, but, like, imagine.
What if all games have been doing that all time and we've just never noticed because we've not been playing for long enough?
You know, that's terrifying, actually.
Also, did I deliver the thing? I did deliver the thing. Okay.
Deliver the thing.
Yes.
Delivery.
There is actually a side, like, mission mode kind of thing in Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix for the 3DS, which I think I recommended to you in one of the Ocarina of Time
Yes,
stream.
I still need to play it. It's on my list.
Good. It should be. But yeah, there's like a side mode in that where you go through, like you have to replay like several of the mini games like in a row, but like under challenge conditions. And one of the possible challenge conditions is the screen keeps getting progressively smaller, and behind it is just this monster. And like every time you hit a beat successfully, it like makes the screen go back to normal size, like in stages. Like it gets a bit bigger. And if you miss too many beats or go too long without doing anything, then it'll just shrink and then die, and then you lose.
Oh no. Does the monster like eat the screen?
I believe so. I've never failed at it, but in theory, yes. Weird flex,
Fair.
but okay. Anyway.
Weird activity for that monster to be doing. Maybe he's getting paid for it.
What am I doing now? Just to go through in my head, things that I can do at the moment.
Yes.
Technically should be able to get the ocean title deed, but they won't let me. Could do, Wait, so, right, I'm just sort of going through some options in my head. So we don't have the all-night mask, so we can't do those things, right? I could do the swamp archery, but I really don't want to. Can't do Great Bay because we don't have ice arrows. Can't do Stone Tower because we don't have ice arrows. What else is there? I was just saying earlier on in the stream how this doesn't happen, and now it's happened.
Oh no. Well, why has it happened?
I think there's the take a photo of Tingle challenge, but that can only be redeemed on day 1. Well, there's the Keaton mask, which we'll have to wait until the morning to get whatever it's turned into.
Well, that's...
Tragically, despite my prior calculations, I can't do the Don Gero mask thing because I can't...
Did you do the forest boss thing?
I still can't get to the boss key yet.
Oh, okay.
I can't do anything else in the mountains, even though they're all thawed out and springful. I could do Romani Ranch, but I really don't want to. Plus, I can't do it in this cycle anyway. Oh. What else is there that exists?
Many things, but perhaps not convenient things.
This is true. I'm so tempted to open the spoiler log just to check what the prize for the... Like, you know what? I've justified it to myself. I'm gonna check what... Just to see what this swamp archery thing is, because that's hard. That's really difficult to do with keyboard controls, mind you. So, I'd rather not go through all that grief if it's not for something.
Yeah.
Now, where does it save the spoiler log?
Secret spoiler log. So where's... I'm trying to find my DS, because I wanted to, like, actually download the Rhythm Hub so that I actually have it. I can't find the DS, which is concerning, because all of my belongings are in one place, and it's not here, unless it's at home.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! It's
Is
the
it
Stone
an
Tower
essential
boss
thing?
key!
Oh no!
Why is Stone Tower doing everything possible? Also, I forgot to mention
How are
earlier,
you
Lucas, that
going
sounds really
to-
cool. But everything is sad! It's just not gonna be on this cycle. That's okay, I can't get up there anyway. I can get up there, I can't get... Like, technically could get across the river, but you need to be, like, pixel perfect, and I don't know where. So... What else does that leave?
Oh, Lucas, that sounds like a... I mean, it reminds me of, like, the metagaming that kind of happens in one shot. Because you do a little bit of, like, window messing around in there. But it's not to that extent. That's neat.
Oh. Oh, I have light arrows, which means I could grind 50 rupees out of every single bubble, but there's no point because I don't need money for anything.
Oh no.
The one time that could ever be a problem. But what else can I do, though? Because this isn't going to make for an entertaining stream if I'm not doing something.
Yeah, I mean, can you, well, I don't know, can you look up what you can do? I guess it wouldn't really have that. You gotta look backwards.
Like, I could do some stuff in Great Bay Temple, but nothing that I haven't already done. So, that, like...
Yeah, doesn't seem like that would gain much.
And, like, it's all, like, a sort of 50-50 between stuff that I can't do yet and stuff that I could only do if I reset.
Uh-huh.
So, first of all, there's, like, the Keaton Mask and Express Mail thing, which we can get, but not until the morning.
Mm.
I don't know exactly when that opens, but I know it does open at some point in the morning. There's the Woodfall boss key, which we can't get until literally the last 6 hours before the world ends.
Good.
There's-
Oh my goodness. I mean, you could just wait it out until those last 6 hours and just, like, do that, but I don't know, because if there's nothing else that you can do with the stuff that you have on this cycle, then, like, you might just do that and then see whatever the boss key is.
I guess? But, like, I feel like there should be something else that I can do that I'm not thinking of. Like, mercifully, once I get the Woodfall boss key and beat the boss of Woodfall Temple, that's going to permanently open up, like, a shortcut warp that leads back to that boss, so this is the only time I'll ever need to wait until the final hours, but I need to beat it at least once under those conditions. So, there's one thing... Yeah, there's one thing that opens up after, after beating Woodfall Temple specifically. That's the Mask of Sense, which I can't do on this cycle because there just would not be time, but I could do on a subsequent cycle. I've done everything that I can do in the graveyard apart from the first grave, which that has 2 things, but obviously I can't do that apart from on the first night, and I just dumbass forgot on this stream. There's everything at Romani Ranch, which I really don't want to have to do, but again, I can only do that if I reset time. There's the beaver race, which I've set to not have anything different from usual. There's the swamp secret bonus archery, which opens after beating the boss, which, again, doesn't have anything... I've set it to not change. Oh, I'm just bumbling around waiting for something to occur to me, because, like, I want to make the best optimal use of my time at all times, and I can't think of anything. And part of me's like, well, if I fast forward through time and just get the Keaton Mask and the special delivery thing, which also I can deliver the special delivery, but again, that has to be in the final hours. If I... I'll save state here and fast forward time, see what we get from the Keaton Mask. Because I promise, I made a point of looking at nothing except for the swamp archery when I looked on the spoiler log, because I don't want to ruin the experience for me. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't worth my time, and it will be, but just... Well, I suppose it's kind of good that I checked, because otherwise I would have done the archery, suffered, got the Stone Tower boss key, and realised, oh fuck, I can't do anything with this.
Yeah.
And now I don't know when this opens. I'm just staring at my tracker like that's going to give me some kind of insight as to how make bees. I think this opens at like midday or 1 o'clock or something, and I can't even do the whole Anju and Cafe side thing because I don't have Cafe's mask, so I can't get Anju in a position where I can give... Like, I can get the Pendant of Memories, but I can't give it to her because she won't, like, accept it. And Cafe's mask is the one thing you need in order to make her be that way. And despite having Cafe's actual face, that's not good enough. It has to be a mask. Can I come in, please? Why is it still locked? You know me. It's your boy. There we go. It is open now. Okay. So this is things that we can get. What are they to be? You the green hat kid? No, I am not. Do you see a green hat anywhere on this body?
on this body.
Okay, so that's a map. Helpful, but not. And bomb shoes! Christ on a bike!
Wait, like the bag or the...
Just 10 bomb shoes.
Oh no, 10 loose bomb shoes. How are you gonna fit all these in your pockets?
With issue. Which just reminds me how the 5th generation Pokemon games, if memory serves, they're the first one where the Japanese name of the region was substantially different from its English name.
Oh, huh. Really?
Because, like...
Unova?
Yeah, because Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn, I think, are all basically the same in Japanese. Sinnoh comes out as Shino, but that's, like, as close as they can get. But then, Unova or Unova or whatever, in Japanese is called Ishu.
Huh. Welcome to the Issue region.
We take issue with everything.
It's America!
As opposed to the Britain region where everything is sad and the protagonist is an angry Scottish girl.
That game looks real pretty though.
Hmm. I'm probably not going to get it, partly because I don't have a Switch anyway, but also, I don't know, I didn't bother with anything from Gen 7, so I'm kind of out of the loop. But that said, Sobble is adorable. I will die for this child.
Sobble's cute. I mean, I don't think you need to play previous Pokemon games to play.
I mean, yeah, technically speaking, you don't have to, but... I don't know, I'm less interested than I used to be, and that's kind of sad. Like, I feel like I've lost something. Because I'm not as into it as I was.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Also, it's sad that they tried to make an ARG of Ben Drowned and nothing came of it. This is tragedy. Right. Now, I'm kind of wondering... Obviously, I can't do this because I don't have the Mask of Sense, but if I did, would the blue potion I get from that be randomized? Oh! I don't have to wait until the final hours, it's just here now. Maybe we can get the Mask of Sense after all.
Oh.
Which involves sticking a princess in a bottle. As one does. So this has been more generous than previously anticipated, but in exchange, Stone Tower is awful. Everything is bad about Stone Tower Temple at this point.
Oh no.
Just had to put that in my notes, I forgot to note that down when I discovered the horrors. The horrors. This game just wants me to eat a spoon. And I refuse. No spoon shall pass this gullet. Also, I've not save stated ever since I started going crazy forwards through time, so if this goes wrong, then everybody suffers. Also, is there even music in here? I went completely the wrong way. Which, quite how you can go the wrong way through a flower, goodness knows, but here we are. Ah, well, nevertheless, ARGs exist, and, like, honestly, I would say shout out, that's probably the worst way of wording it, because, like, they don't need my support, but the game theory people, they had
the game theory people?
Yeah, they had ARG stuff happening, like, on one of their podcast live stream things, they had like the background was different, and it was just like, it was really cool because it was like, that was not what I meant to do, but here we are anyway. Like usually that they sit in front of their, like, they sit on their actual couch and like do actual stuff, and there's stuff in the background, there's like a bookshelf and whatever, but for just that one live stream, they were instead sitting on like, well, on a couch, but in front of a green screen with a fake version of the background, and there was like a hidden message thing encoded in the background, and that was really cool to look at and like decode.
Oh.
And, like, I decoded that successfully, but then it just led to an Imgur file that had like 2 video timestamps, and I could not find whatever video they were supposed to refer to. They just didn't. It just didn't.
Huh.
Like, there wasn't anything that gave me insight as to, yes, clearly this is the moment that this timestamp refers to. But broadly speaking, ARGs are cool.
Oh yeah, no, I
want to do
I
something
have
like that.
very little experience. I have very little experience with ARGs outside of that one the whatever it was, hey pea brain, you teleport. But
I remember that.
but I've wanted to look at more of it because they are neat.
I want to do something like that, like, with my videos. Like, nothing that involves, like, buying real-world stuff or anything. Or you know, because, like, one of the Game Theory ARGs involved a clue that was, like, attached to some of their merchandise. And, like, they said, you don't have to buy the merchandise. People with the merch, please share around your clues, and then everyone can solve it as a community. And that kind of happened, but...
Nah.
But in any case, I'd want to do something, but I don't know what, like, the end goal would be if I were to do a TessHex ARG.
Well, it's gotta be a secret.
The
End goal is a URL of an unlisted video.
And that video just shows you how to get the first clue of the thing, and it's just a massive cycle. But a little bit different each time.
Ooh.
Like, the whole idea of release a novel that has, like, 10 different endings, but actually there's only 9, and they're numbered, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. And...
Oh, God.
And then say, congratulations, here's the 11th ending, and everyone's like, what? I have the stone mask, you're not supposed to be able to see me. Even though you're a boss and never... I got kicked in the face! Whatever. I have nuts. Since when did Adolwa get good? I'm offended.
Just let Adolwa live.
Let the tigers tiger.
Tiger
There
them
we go.
tigers. Get them tigers tigered.
I feel like maybe in a Majora's Mask Master Quest, or maybe just in some other thing, they should have, like, there's more they could have done with this game to make it even cooler. Like, I mentioned in the previous stream that, like, if like, oh, okay, that shouldn't have worked.
No?
Like, if you were to go into the Great Bay Temple on, like, day 3, then, like, there should be, like, crazy undulating waves in the water. You know, 'cause of the moon. And, like,
yeah, that'd be cool.
and I feel like the boss's behavior should, like, change depending on day. Like, it should be harder on day 3, or something, you know, something random like that.
Oh, that would be neat.
Because that's kind of almost how that felt just now, just in that, like, oh, I'm not usually this shit at Adolwa. Clearly it's because it's hard because of day 3.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have post-boss music. It's in completely the wrong place, but still. Anyway,
Oh, good.
time to put a princess in a bottle. No word of exaggeration, just scoop, spoopity scoop, scoop diddy whoop,
Scoop.
scoop dee,
Scrip.
skrrr
Grelp.
is a Pokemon. I saw, like, I thought people had all forgotten about this, but they haven't. I saw artwork on Tumblr the other day of just some Alolan trader just yeeting a Pukumuku into the sea.
Oh god, that's a good thing.
I am glad.
Pukumuku. Pukumuku.
Such a good. I'm not really the massivest fan of a lot of Gen 7. Like, not for the sake of hating, it's just... Like, I'm not going to say, oh, there was a Pokemon based on a sandcastle, therefore everything's bad forever. No, it's just...
Yeah, I mean... Your opinions are... are yours to have, is the cool thing about existing. Sorry if that's making noise.
It is, but it's a different flavor.
Well, hopefully not a terrible one.
It's crunchy.
Yep, hopefully we'll have no more of that. I was just looking for object.
Objection.
I'm having a search. I'm having a search. I found rock, which is not what I was looking for at all. But I did find a rock.
Good.
Yeah, arguably.
I don't know if that was audible. Probably.
It was!
Good.
Gah!
10 out of 10. Would burp again.
Oh, never mind. I have this other adapter. I was just looking for an adapter.
Well,
And I had a different one.
in the words of Jaden Smith, you can find out everything you ever needed to know about everything just by looking at your hands.
Huh?
Makes sense. So, did Jaden Smith really quit Twitter? I mean, this is very old news at this point, but...
Oh, I have no idea. Let me look it up. Hang on. I know that... Wasn't he the one he made, like, really surreal tweets?
Well, his tweets were treats. God, that is not easy to say.
No, his most recent tweet was 3 hours ago, and he just says, "We next."
Agreeable.
Ominous.
It's like we out here, but we in here and we next. It's his predicted name for the Wii U. The Wii Next.
Yes.
That almost makes sense as a name for the Nintendo Switch, because like it was next after the Wii U, and the codename was NX. Oh, everything's wet.
Oh no.
But luckily I have bunny ears.
Well, do you like water more because you're a rabbit?
No, I could just compensate for the water and jump gratuitous distances with gratuitous amounts of energy.
It's gotta be gratuitous or it's not worth it.
With preposterous amounts of testosterone. Preposterone!
Oh, the bunny hat actually lets you, like, jump further.
I guess. I mean, it certainly makes you speed fasterly, at least.
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't make you jump. Those just looked far apart.
Well, if you run faster, then you're bad. If you run faster, then you're bad. If you run faster, you're going to jump a bit further, just by default. Because you're doing more quicklies. More quicklies. Multiple quicklies on the same plate. Oh.
Multi-quickly.
Oh. Run into every firewall. Virus link.
Yes.
This whole Indiana Jones. This whole side thing is just unnecessarily lengthy as well. Like, without the bunny hood, why? And I'm sure I've at least tried this without the bunny hood before, just as a child, and it was just why is it? And it's still going as well. It just does not want to end.
Just gotta.
And
yeah, that is a long minigame, though.
There's even a specific point where, like, just here, you have to stop, take out the bow or other projectile, and shoot with like they knew people would be playing on a keyboard one day.
just to mess with you.
And I'm going to turn back into a Deku Scrub just because I don't know if he cares what species you are when you arrive at the end of this hallway. But just in case he's racist.
Isn't it because you look like his son?
Biggest?
Like, isn't that the whole thing?
I guess. So I've just got the biggest bomb bag.
Oh.
So that doesn't really help much, but we have it.
You've been having a good bomb day.
Evidently.
Do like item upgrades? Are they held over time?
Yes.
Oh good. Oh good.
Now I'm just hoping that the heart piece in Akana Canyon for giving the ocean title deed, I'm hoping that isn't anything important because I can't get that because it won't let me have the ocean title deed anymore. But luckily, like that, and also that was one thing that got balked with this seed as well. For some reason, once you collect gold dust once, you can never get it again.
Oh. That's problem. Is the gold dust for the sword?
Usually it is, but in this one, you can buy, like, on the first day, you can go to the smithy and pay 100 rupees, and he'll give you something like at the dawn of the second day. And on the second day, just give him gold dust and like no rupees, and then on the dawn of the third day, he'll give you another item. Just because the swords are in the randomizer, and also because the razor sword is in the randomizer, it can now no longer break. It's just a permanent upgrade.
Oh, well, that's nice. Infinite sword. Infinite sword.
Yee.
Infinite sewer.
Wait, so Lady Peephole is here, but I just realized, do I need Cafe's mask to actually give this to her?
Do you?
I feel like I do, and I'd forgotten about this until just now.
D''Yee?
Yee. Madam,
Why don't they make...
I am your son, and I have a letter from your son. Please just accept it.
It's me! Oh no. Wait, they should make the Kafia mask look like Link's face.
Yeah.
Imagine.
And as for which looks cooler, like, the Razor Sword sprite looks cooler, but the Gilded Sword's model looks cooler. In my opinion. In my pinion. In my onion. In my onions! I have onions.
What's in your onions? What did you put in those onions, Tess?
Clairvoyance. You can plant them and use Chromneomancy to divine the future with my onions.
Chromnomancy. That's fun. That's a fun word.
So what I'm thinking now is...
Wait, wouldn't it be chronomancy? Is chromnomancy just Crom? Can just move Crom?
Ah, but of course. Right, so... Am I being dumb? I'm pretty sure you need the cafe mask to talk to her, and then she's like, oh, you're the one I asked to find my son. Well, oh well, did you have any clues? And then you give her the letter, and she's like, oh, that's a clue. So I feel like I need the cafe mask, which I don't have. So I think there's nothing else I can do on this cycle, because everything else I need to do is like Romani Ranch, which I need to do from day one. Honey and Darling needs to be from day one. The other thing I was going to say, the Graveyard, that needs to be from day one as well, because I've done days 2 and 3, severely out of order. So, I feel like there's nothing else I could do on this cycle then, unless I'm being really dumb.
I mean...
Because...
I wouldn't know enough to dispute.
Because with Akana Canyon, I can't get up to the warp point there, so without ice arrows. I can't do any more of the Great Bay Temple without ice arrows, and I don't have the boss key for there anyway. I mean, there is swamp archery, but as we've established, we know what that yields, and everything is sad. And so I don't think there is anything else that I can do on this cycle. So, that being the case, I feel like I should save, reset time, and end the stream, because I don't think there is anything else.
Also, I have now installed Rhythm Harmonic Mix, so I have that.
Enjoy it. It is a good.
Thanks.
Well, Lucas, since you're still in the chat, or at least I hope you are, and you're clever and you know things about things, is there anything obvious that I'm forgetting to do? It's funny, that, like, this time last stream, when I got to the end of time, I was like, oh, I could do this and this and this next cycle and this as well, and I've done all those things now, and I'm unfulfilled. It's like a commentary on modern life.
That's how it be. Also, it's getting close to 7. I am gonna need to stop and eat dinner soon.
That's fair enough. I'm probably about to end anyway, because
Oh, cool.
I can't think of anything else. Nothing else is forthcoming in my head. It pains me to feel like, oh, I feel like I could almost do something, but no, I feel like next stream is just going to have to be the stream of catching
The
up
ones
with,
that got away.
yeah, stuff that has to be done from the beginning. And, oh, also, they've put in a custom animation for, okay, with the stone, I forgot I had the stone mask on, so that kind of ruins it a bit, but custom animation for resetting time.
I'm watching. Aww. Aww. Wait, so you're not doing the force, the temple thing?
Well, I did it. I fought the boss and everything was sad.
You did.
So, I'm just gonna, like, save state just with this up, just to remind me, in the next stream, do Romani Raj. Because, at the moment, the big block to my progress is the cafe mask, which no one has ever said ever, and the ice arrows. So...
Kefia mask is in my way. Kefia, get out of my way!
So yeah, there's Cafe's Mask, which that's I need to do everything pertaining to that. There's Ice Arrows, which is what stopped me from doing Great Bay Temple, apart from the boss of that, and Ikana Canyon as a whole. If need be, I can get Gold Dust in the Ocean Title Deed by illegitimate means. Which, it's the same method that I used to unbork my previously borked seed, where, like, my first randomized seed, I'd set it to not include either of the archery games, so both of the quivers were where they usually are, but you can't get them unless you have the bow. But the bow was put in, like, the very end of Stone Tower Temple, and you can't get there without the bow, so the seed was completely unbeatable. So I had to, like, basically what I did was load up the randomizer file in the, in an unrandomized version of the game and just get where the bow usually was, and that transferred back across. So I can do that with Gold Dust and the Ocean Title Deed, just as long as I don't do anything else with that as well.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
That's the power of the L statues. So I can unbork it, but at the moment I think that's all I can do. So I guess I shall end the stream, because you need to go and eat and...
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good luck. I mean, I might be able to hop on again, but regardless, good luck.
Thank you. And Calaro's head is actually his torso. I accept this headcanon without question.
What? Is the rest of him invisible?
But of course. Oh, I've had 2 more people give me parts of their top 43s on my Eurovision countdown video for this year, so that's cool and good. So
nice.
Anyway, that stream, I shall let you go. I'll let you go as well, Lucas. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who watched, whether you're still here or not. Thank you to people watching the VOD as well, because you people also exist. It's usually just me, but still. Yum yum. This was a stream where things started productive and ended less so.
Sorry. Did that... I apologize. For sound.
Well,
Well, I teach a masterclass on top of the shortest mountain in China. Thank you for your email addresses. You may now unplug the internet.
You may now unplug the bride.
Ow. How dare you? That's worth watching through the entire stream archive for 3.5 hours just to hear that again.
Good.
It shouldn't be funny, but it is.
Thank you.
Anyway, good night, everybody.
Good night.